Erica says, holla. Holla from the East Coast. What's up, Sandra? Cool. You guys ready to rock? Your head is still exploding? Well, let's piece it back together because now we're going to go over some real good ads. Okay? West Side in the house. Throw your fingers up. So I got 3 Rickies on today because my project manager John doesn't know how to log into his own account. So we have 3 Rickies on today, 3 of us in the house.
3 for the price of 1.
It logs me on as John for a meeting, but it logs me on as Ricky for a webinar. We don't know why.
You just want to be me. Just stop lying, bro. You just want
yeah.
to be.
Oh yeah, I just want to be as ugly as you.
All right, I have a joke that I usually say to him, but I'm not going to say it on the webinar. Right? All right, so anyway, what's up, Darren? How you doing? What's up, Ricky? Yeah, Ricky Tears. All right, cool. So today we're going to really just dump on you ads, okay? Ads. It's the blood flow of your business. It's the traffic getting stuff. It's the stuff that brings thousands of visitors to your site every single day that makes you money. And once you harness this and do it the way that we're going to teach you on how to do it, okay, you're going to be in the right place, okay? You're really going to know what you're doing, and this is all going to be easy. See, the last 2 days, I just wanted to make sure that you guys were set up right. And even if you're not set up right by day 3, at least you have the tools now to get set up right, okay, and the homework to do. Put a 1 in the box if you guys are up to day 3, meaning you did the past couple of days homework, or put a 2 in the box if you still didn't do it, or like you're getting it started. All right, it's cool. Some people got it already. A lot of people don't have it. All right, look. The collaboration group is going nowhere, okay? So it's not like once the week ends, we're just going to close it down. Also, I know Tanner Lawson was in the group yesterday, and he said that his video guy is going to cut it up into bite-sized modules. So that's going to be really, really good too as well. And I already uploaded him the two recordings for them to cut up already. So it's getting there. Let's look at the group really fast. All right, so just so you guys know, in order to get the resources of videos, if you can't find them in the feed, then all you need to do is come over here and click the video button, and then you can see the videos, okay? So this is day 1. This is the day 1 video. This is the day 2 video, all right? And then you have files, okay? So this is day 1, the homework and resources. This is day 2, the homework and resources, and this was a little bit tough to put together, but I got it all together for you guys, okay? And then you have our advanced theme. Now this, it will only work from if you click here, okay? So basically you can't copy and paste this anywhere, it will not work, okay? And I'm doing that just to protect our theme, but you can only get it right from here, all right? So be respectful of the theme. It costs us a lot of money to make this, and we wanted to make sure that you guys have it so there's no excuses why you're not selling shirts like crazy, okay? Hold on, the chat box just froze on me. Give me a minute. Probably got to bring it back again one time. Hold on, boom. Okay, Pat, we'll be in the Facebook group. We've been in the Facebook group, so we'll get to everybody's questions as best as possible, dude. All right, how do I get the 2 image templates? That is in day 1. So just go click the day 1, and then you'll see there's a video there and stuff like that, okay? Is the theme for Shopify only? Yes, it is the Shopify only theme. This is the one that we showed you yesterday and showed you how we hooked it up for conversions. Did your theme do upsells? No, the apps do, Steve. So basically we gave you an app. Let's see, I'll just open it up quick. All right, so this is what you get in day 2's doc, okay? You get the homework you're supposed to do, all right? Then we have how you view your code, how you place the pixel code. So basically over here, you're just going to go to this domain. You're going to put like your Shopify, myshopify.com. If you need to see it visually, just go to these links. And then we show you where to paste this exact code. And the thing you're going to change is your pixel ID with the pixel ID that you have in your ads manager. Okay, so you copied it exactly as above. And then I even show you how to place your conversions code. Same deal as that. This is your conversions code. You just replace your pixel ID. See, your pixel ID, you just replace that, copy and paste it, you'll be good. Then it's checking that it works. So basically, this is a Chrome extension that'll check if it works. In the replay, we did go over how to actually use the tool. So you're going to see that in the replay. So I didn't write really steps there, just watch the replay. Install the theme. This is how to install the theme. Basically, it's just an import. Look for the import themes. If you have a theme already installed, then you want to follow this guide so you can just install it over the current theme. Then basically, this theme file link is uploaded in the file sections. I just showed you that. That's in the file section of the group where you can get the theme. Here's a setup of how you set up the home page that John made. It'll show you exactly what you need to do to set up the home page and make it look like ours. And if you need a raw text file to do copy and pasting, here's a raw text file, what I just explained. Then we go over to the research sites that we discussed in the training. So I gave you all the research sites that we use, the tools that we use, the graph search, all that stuff right there. Heat maps. Here's a tested pricing structure. So this is basically what we tested for shipping and profiting, off the shirts, from the doorbusters over to the profit drivers. Email tool shown, example of the email. And Steve, this will answer your question. Recommended apps. So this makes it easier to use, okay? This boosts your average order value, and this is for email marketing, okay? And this is for retargeting, and here's just a screenshot of them all. So in case you need a visual, so you can look them up. So you got everything in here that you need for day 2. Go through it, okay? Look, just letting you know, guys, every time we're done with a day, we're going to upload the video up to the group and make a resource doc for you that pertains to the homework and stuff like that. So you don't have to ask where they are. Just come to the group and look at the videos and look at the files. They'll be right there. Cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Trying to make this as easy as possible for you guys. All right? Really. Because I understand that some of this stuff is complicated, but I don't want this to be complicated. Really trying to do a thorough job. I can find the AOV Booster apps. They're in that doc, Kim. You just gotta copy and paste it into Shopify. All right. Alrighty then. So we got about 150 people on. Pretty cool. We're gonna have a really good day. So let me pull up this. All right. So basically, in the Facebook Ads Intensive Bootcamp Day 3, this is what we're going to cover today. We're going to cover objectives and how to use them properly. We're going to cover website conversion and optimization types and why you would use them, how you would use them. All right. We're going to cover the 3-minute targeting. We're going to show you how to do targeting within like 3 minutes, like flat for any niche. So you could just know that you're on the right points for targeting like pretty much all the time. We also go after, large audiences from the start sometimes. Sometimes we don't do precise audiences. Sometimes we just go for 10 million off the bat, 5 million off the bat. Okay, and Ricky will talk a little bit about that logic too as well. We're going to show you budgeting. We're going to show you bidding and budgets, all right, and particular cases on where you would use $5, where you would use $10, etc. Excuse me. We're going to show you the daily push and pull method. This is something that we implemented probably in December. We started implementing this daily 3 times a day push and pull method, and it just forces traffic, which is really great. And then we're going to show you reporting patterns, not just reporting. Now, you guys in the handouts here, let me just go back to the group quick. I just want to make sure that you guys did this. This is very, very important. All right, in day 1, okay, one of the homework points was set up your reporting. Okay, so if you haven't did that, do it. Okay, come over here and down over here. This is where they are. See the reporting metrics 1, reporting metrics 2. Go here and follow this exactly. If I'll show you where you do this again, but basically this is what you need to do. Guy, I can't tell you how long it's going to be, so it's up to you how long you want to stay. Okay, bye. So anyway, I gotta be honest. If I'm here willing to put 3 or 4 hours in with you guys, and you're telling me I hope it's not a 5-hour webinar, then just get off. I mean, honestly, I'll
Yeah,
see
you
you
shouldn't
later.
even be here.
You're like, don't even be here. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say that straight up, but I have no tolerance for that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really don't. Anyway, Wendy says, I hope it's a 5-hour webinar. You know, I mean, seriously, like, you know, you want to be on, get off. Like, see you later.
I know 99% of the people on this webinar, if we told them we'll be here till midnight, they'll stay on.
You know,
And you're
I
saying
have
you hope
no,
it's not 5 hours.
look, I have no problem calling you straight up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the type of guy like that. Anyway, all right, so we're going to get into some very good training and stuff like that, so let's get going, all right? And I'm sure you guys are excited because today is where the ads are going to be fun. We're going to demystify all the bullshit that's been out in the market and make it a really clear and concise way of how you need to do this. And I really like to just, you know, basically, I explain myself a lot sometimes with my bad, but I just want to make sure that you guys get it, all right? So first, let's go over objectives and how to use them properly. All right, so let's go open up the Ads Manager. And just to let you know, just to show you a little bit of stats of the stores, in the last 7 days we did about 10 grand. Today we're only at about $1,000. Yesterday we did about 1,600. It's growing. We had a little drop point here for some reason. It dropped us down. And we were like, and we reached out to the market and we were like, you know, is anybody experiencing the same stuff? And yes, other people will experience the same stuff. That's, I guess, Facebook just changing their system. And as you can see, it's slowly creep up to back to 2,000, getting to 2,000, you know, $1,500 days. Come February, we're going to be doing another $2,000, $3,000 a day again. Okay?
Funny enough, Ricky, on January 12th, and I forgot to tell you this, Facebook actually did roll out an algorithm update where the Ads Manager was down for a few hours. So they were definitely doing something on those days.
All right, well, you can see, because they did something where they switch it over from,
Yep.
You have an auction, and then you have a reach now. Like, you know, they put 2 different tabs. So let's go through this. So here's the Ads Manager, all right? And what we're going to do is we're going to go over objectives. And I want you guys to understand this right, all right? So let's go to the objective section. And over here, it asks you straight up, what is your marketing objective? Is it brand awareness? Is it local awareness? Do you just want to reach more people? Is it consideration? Okay, do you want people to go directly to your site? Do you want to engage? Okay, app installs, video views, lead generation. Okay, and then you have conversions, which we focus on a lot, is with conversions. All right. However, if we want to get awareness, and the old way of saying that is page post engagement. So just to bring you back to Facebook 2012, let me open up the Jersey, the fan page. Okay, let me go back to Ads Manager. Let me click that. And what the hell did I do? Hold on. Let me go over here. Let me click that open. I maybe closed it too fast. All right, let's go back to the Jersey page. And just to give you an idea of what that means, page post engagement, in case you guys don't know what it is, I know there's some people that don't know it. You see this little boost post right here? Okay, now and here's our testing method, the stuff that we were explaining how to do yesterday, we're constantly doing it. Look at this. Okay, when we just yesterday, getting some decent reach, not that many comments and shares, doesn't look like it's going to be a winner. Anyway, that's not going to have myself. But back in the day, okay, when you made a post, okay, and it used to reflect this in the Ads Manager, you had something called Boost Post. When you click Boost Post, that allowed you to basically target, you know, your people, do your targeting here, and stuff like that, okay? It just means get my ad in front of more people, and I want to get more engagement, okay? I want to get more engagement to my ad, all right? So basically, what you're doing over here in the Ads Manager is this is called now brand awareness. They even have it over here too. It's like almost the same thing. Okay, you have your post engagement. Well, look at the brand awareness. Now, brand awareness is going to reach more people that are more likely to pay attention to the ads and increase awareness to your brand. That acts as a page post engagement. It just has another name for it. Okay, but then you have your engagement right here too as well, where you can say, I want post engagement, I want page likes, I want event responses, I want offer claims. So if you're going to do a page post engagement, this is where you would do it, okay? If you just want to reach more people, with your product and brand and stuff like that, then this is what you would do it here. I don't use this. I haven't used this yet, but they're different. The reach and frequency, they act different. It's going to be something worth testing, but even the interface changes differently too. I always stay in auction, and I want you guys to stay in auction as well. Remember, the goal of this boot camp is to give you exactly what works, okay? Not nothing that we didn't test. Okay, I can be pretty and say that, oh, you want to do reach here, blah, 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 blah. Now, this is what you want to do. So when you're testing, you do engagement, you do post-engagement. All right, when you want to do click the website for your retargeting, you do your traffic right here. You click the website. This is send more people to a destination on or off Facebook. So our goal is to get more traffic to our site. Then we have our conversions. Okay, and I haven't made it, we don't do split testing with Facebook. Okay, we do it ourselves manually. But there's a new way now where they will test AdSense against each other to understand which strategies give you the best results. That could work good in certain niches, but it may not work good in, say, the e-commerce, direct shirt marketing. It may work in lead generation. It may work in brand awareness. It may work in, health and fitness, okay, where you want to do this type of stuff. All right, but right now, let's stay focused. What we want to do is we want to go for solid conversions. Now, conversions, let's go through each one so you can see it. When we're doing testing, and we like over here, when we go to the Jersey Boardwalk style, we're doing a test right here. See this? This is basically just a test. We have no links in it, no call to actions, just straight up, would you buy this? All right? So what you want to do to set those up, okay, is you want to come to your engagement, you want to come to your post engagement, and you want to press the continue button. Okay? Now over here, you can also name it. Okay, what happens is that over here you can call this, okay, you do like a store name, JBS, PVE test. Let's say a wedding shirt, whatever. Okay, you put the name of the shirt. Say we're testing this on 01. What's today? What's today? The 17th, I think.
18th.
18th. Okay, so say we're testing this on the 18th. I always like to put start dates when we're testing, 17th. And this gives us a good idea of when everything starts. Okay, so you always want to name this something similar. Your store, your objective. If you have multiple stores, and this is why this comes into play, but if you only have one store, okay, then you can just put your objective. So maybe that's a PPE, okay, maybe it's a WC, all right. This is the name of your shirt or the name of your product, so you always have that, and I separated by dashes. And then we can even do stuff like this and just put it like so it's easy to read. This is when we launched it, and I do this for all the advertisements that we do, all the campaigns that we do, because this is a campaign. Remember, the objective is only under one campaign. You can't have multiple objectives under one campaign. So you can't have a page post engagement. You can't have to click the website. So put it this way. When you create a campaign that has a page post engagement, all the ad sets that you create under that campaign will be a page post engagement objective. So you have to create a completely brand new campaign in order to have, say, a click the website where you're getting more traffic, to have a website conversion. All right? Now, it's different for the website conversions, and I'll get into that in the next slide, okay? But I just want to get you with the naming conventions and why these are set up this way, and then we're going to go into campaign structure as well and how we're doing it. All right, so say this is the page post engagement. I'm going to press continue. Now you come down over here. You can use your saved audiences. Then we have a bunch of saved audiences that we have tested, okay? And then we come down over here. We put our targeting in, and we're going to get into targeting a little bit later. But I just want to show you the differences, all right? In this particular option, all right, you do have the option to say, all right, Facebook, put this wherever you want to put it. Okay, you say you want to, it'll show it on the right side column. It may show it on Instagram. It may show it on a partner network. It may show it on the desktop news feed. It may show it on the mobile news feed. Okay, that's what automatic placements do, and you may want to do that. For our retargeting, I like to do that. For our retargeting, put it everywhere. Because if you've seen our shirt, or you've seen our offer, well, I don't care if you're on Instagram. I don't care if you're on, anywhere else, a partner network. You already seen it. So if you see it again, you'll be more susceptible to clicking it. But on brand new campaigns where we're doing testing, I like to stick right to the news feed, the desktop news feed, and the mobile news feed. Because that's where you're going to first see it, and that's where you're going to click, and then you're going to end up on my retargeting list anyway. Which then you'll get the retargeting ad. All right? So your bidding and budgets, we'll get into that in a little bit. I have a whole other section on that. But look over here. We set the campaign type to be page post engagement. Okay? So over here you have some optimization for the delivery. Okay? You can do this per post engagement, meaning that we're going to calculate an automated bid on when people share, comment, and like this. All right? You can even do impressions if you like. Say you just want to get into this in front of as many people as possible and get charged by, say, the cost per millet, cost per 1,000 impressions. You can select that there. Okay. Usually we don't touch this. Okay. We just keep it as is, and automatically for a page post engagement, on the contrary, look what it's telling you. You're going to get charged for an impression. So I don't really have to set it for impressions. We're going to get charged for impressions anyway. All right? And we can have a standard delivery type. Okay? And then on your page and post, what we like to do is you like to use an existing post. So what we'll do is we'll go to the Power Editor. So when we go over here, okay, we would come to the page post under the Power Editor. We would create our post like I showed you in day 2. And then basically you would just come down here, select the existing post, all right? And then boom, get going. Okay? And you always want to track your conversions. Always track your conversions. Don't leave this unchecked. Even if it's not a website conversion, all right? Even if it's not a website conversion, you do want to also have everything tracked by your pixel. Because remember, at the end of the day, your pixel is the stuff that's going to get you more money. It's going to be the more people that fire against your pixel for the add to carts, for the view content, for the page views, for the purchase pixel. It's all helping you. Doesn't matter what ad type you are launching. So make sure it's always tracking via your pixel. Now, these two boxes, I'm glad they popped up. All right, well, it's automatically going to use its algorithms to try to decipher this. And it's going to say, all right, well, you got too much text on your image. Okay? You cannot use profanity. Let's see. Are you into grilling barbecue or beer in hand? We made these just for you. That has nothing to do with that. So here's the caveat, and this is how funny Facebook could be. All right? If you place the order and it goes through, okay? It goes through, and now it's pending review. Now here's what you need to pay attention to. If it gets disapproved, okay, not for image, the image itself, because right now Facebook is not disapproving the 20% text anymore. They're just letting it go out to less people, okay? But straight up right now, okay, if your image gets disapproved for, say, profanity and stuff like that, well, here's the problem. You try to submit it again, you're getting strikes against your account. Okay, so if you ever see a red like this, all right, you can push it through, but if it gets disapproved, make sure that you're either scratching this all together or you're changing up your language. If it gets disapproved again, a second time, do not push it through. I had one person push it through. It was my old traffic guy like 4 times. I wanted to strangle him. I thought I was going to lose my ad account. Okay? So I'm just warning you guys, don't do that. All right? Now this is just trying to read your shirt, and it says that you have too much text on your shirt. Fine. I push these through anyway, without worrying of what I said with the red. And usually they get approved, and when they are approved, in your ad set, when you're looking at your ad set view, if you see this again, then yes, your ad is going to be affected. If you do not see this again, then this is just a warning for you. Yeah, again, y'all, they really never ever say like the exact issue because a lot of this is automated, all right? They want you just to read their advertising policies. But basically, at the end of the day, you gotta like look. So yeah, it could be beer. It could just be beer. Is the problem here? I'm not too sure. Okay, it could be that it didn't know that there's beer on the shirt, but it read beer on hand. Okay, maybe they have a beer as a keyword. So Ricky and guys, we may have to remove this anyway. All right, we do this post. This is actually one.
I already submitted it and it's running just fine.
Did it get approved?
It got approved just fine. And I didn't even get any of these warnings about it.
So no warnings, no nothing?
Nothing.
All right, guys, so look, this is just giving you a warning. Push it through once, but if you get a kickback in the red, be careful. You get a kickback, if you have a yellow in your ad set, then your ad is affected, turn it off, redo the ad, okay? You don't want to waste your money on this, okay? They're going to cap your audience. It's going to cap your scale. It's not going to be anything you want to do, okay? And this goes the same. Go ahead.
I was just going to tell you, if you want to show what a prospective winner looks like for the test that we showed them yesterday, on the other page, I have one that could be a prospective winner. It's got 305 likes, 84 shares.
Sorry, guys, I'm a little sick. I've been battling this cold. I'm trying my best. Battle this cold. You know, it's all good. All right, where are we going? Over here, Nobody Fights Alone?
Yeah, the Nobody Fights Alone page.
All right, look at that. Where are we going?
Keep going.
This one?
Right here, yeah. We've only spent about $6 on the test.
Oh, look at that. That's good, bro. We only spent $6 on this?
Yeah, $6.
Nice. See, guys, this is what we're talking about with the PPE. Look, they're putting their images in there, love being this, blah, 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 blah. Yo, this is a winner.
Yep.
This is a winner. Now, we're not going to take the exact, thing here. We're just going to redesign it in our own way, make our own mock-ups and all the other stuff. That's it. So, guys, this is what I said in day number 2. It's so damn important to do this type of testing so you don't waste your money. Okay, does everybody get that? Put one in the box if you guys get that. And I'm just showing you a winner right now. This is a winner that we spent $6 on, that we know the targeting now, and all we need to do is just redesign it and use the same targeting. We spent $6 to get a winner. This shirt could end up doing us a couple of $1,000s.
Remember, the phrase is more, I'd say 90% more important than the design. The design's important too, but the phrase is really what sells.
Yep. Phrase is definitely what sells. Because remember, you're going after commodity niches, firefighters, police officers, EMTs. I suggest you guys stick in those niches too. These niches work. Firefighter, veterans, commodity type niches, okay? So any kind of passion niches, like passion. That's what you want to drive this, right? And Renato said this is awesome.
Yeah, back in 2014 when I was doing Teespring, before I even was working full-time with Ricky, I was just doing client work for him. And I was doing my own t-shirt thing. My ugliest shirt, the shirt that I still wouldn't put it on to this day, did the most sales. I did $30,000 on that single shirt, and it's the ugliest thing. I'll have Ricky pull it up later on. I think we have it on the Jersey store.
I will pull it up. Okay, let's try to keep focused, because what we're doing right now is we're going over objectives and how to use them properly. I just went over PPE, okay? And we're making photo post ads. Maybe I didn't make that clear. Look, if you want to make one without using the Power Editor, say you're brand new from scratch and you just want to make a photo ad, then just come to your page and write as you normally would make any type of post on Facebook, okay? Get rid of that, So I have some examples. So we're going to get a page post engagement over here. So I have my image. I'm just going to throw my image there. See? Now it says say something about this photo. So now you can say, are you an avid, if I can spell it right, avid grilling fan? Would you buy this? Okay, and if this was my my ad that I'm actually going to make to sell something, then I would just change that. We made this for you. Okay, link. right? Call to action. Hurry, grab yours now while supplies last. That's it. And basically, that's it. Then I would just publish a post. Okay, it's right over here. My ad's ready to go. I come back to my ads manager. Okay, I want to use my existing post. So here it is. Boom, there's my existing post. All right, and there you go. You're ready to run an ad that quick. So I suggest that you start off, okay, with photo ads. 1,200 by 1,200 photo ads. Do not venture into click the websites just yet. Okay, start off with photo ads. Click the website is for retargeting. Or if you want to get traffic to your landing page, that you're doing internet marketing lead generation, you're selling an ebook, you're selling a digital course. Six-pack ads. Yeah, six-pack ads. There you go. All right, so is everybody following me? Put a one in the box. You guys are following me, and I can start to move on a little bit. So to make sure, because this is very important, you can create your ads on your page. You don't have to use this. You don't have to use the page post over here. I like using the page post just because it's pretty much simple. Like, you know, it's something like, you know, like a software. You just get used to it. Okay, you just come over here, create your post. Here's a link post. Here's a photo post. It's the same exact thing as going to your fan page and drag and drop the same image. Okay, just dragging it on there, writing the same three-phase text that I showed you. Okay, or writing the "Would you buy it?" Okay, question: Would you buy it? So that would be the texting question first. Then would you buy this? Okay, something like that. All right, and then you can just create the post. If you don't want it to be on the page, then you can just use this as a dark post. If you want this to be on the page, okay, like we have 11,000 fans on there, so we want this to be on the page. So I just like creating it here, and it keeps it nice and organized. You can see your reach, you can see your engagements. Like here, look, this was doing really good, 6,000 reach, good engagements. So you can, like, you know, just use this as your interface. And I don't know what they did here; they broke this up. But and then you also have your post ID, because sometimes when you're creating the ad, all right, it may not find the page post. You may be like, oh, I just made it, but it's not finding it. So what you do is you can just enter the post ID right there, because you'll have it, okay, over here. You can just grab this post ID. You just come over here, click that, and you can just take that, okay? So that's how you make the ads really sticking fast, and how you can be in business really, really fast. Don't understand why the drop-down says create unpublished post. This post will be used as an ad. This post will be published on the page. Oh, I don't know where you're seeing that, Ganya. I don't see that.
It says at the top. It doesn't say what she said.
I don't even care about any of that. It just works. Just don't care about it. Just use this as an ad, use it on the page. It posts. It works. We haven't had any issue with it. So, I don't know. You understand. They have like a million developers. Like, they're all just putting stuff. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just telling you it works. We use this to do it. All right? And we use the page too. Okay? Just stuff like that. I'll just delete this for now. Okay? All right. So that covers that. All right. Can you say the top? The top. I didn't see it at the top. I didn't see it, man. I don't know why they were breaking it on me, man. All right. Hold on. Let me go over here. All right. So let me continue. All right. So this is how you do the page post engagement. If you want to do a website conversion, you're going to come under the conversions right here. And then you're going to come over here, and you're going to name it almost the same exact way, okay? You're going to name it, okay, website conversions. Are we doing this for the purchase pixel? Are we doing this for the add to cart pixel? So I just use abbreviations. So I would just PU for purchase, ATC for add to cart, and view content would be VC. So here's my objective, here's my optimization type, here's my shirt or landing page, lander title, here is launch date. Okay? And I just keep like that. So when you're looking at your reporting, you have a good idea. You don't have to guess. Like, oh, when did I create this ad? How many days has it been? And you're like all confused. You go, oh, I created this yesterday. This is why I'm still have to let it leave. And it's really, really important that you do that. Okay? Tracy, I'll answer those questions about fan pages and stuff like that after. Let's see. Just write that down. Should we also put posts on our personal page? No, you only put posts on the page that you're going to run the ads from. Okay? That's the only thing you're going to do. Alright, so now on the conversions, this is where what we said about the pixels really, really, really come into play. You want to make sure they're set up properly. That was day 2. So if you didn't do that, on day 1, I said set up your reporting to get to this day. On day 2, I said set up your pixels and get set up with the theme and stuff. Even if you didn't do the other homework, like create the post and all the other stuff. Because day 3, we're going over the stuff that you should have set up already. All right. So basically, I'm sorry if you're a little bit behind, but we're gonna move on. So at this point, you have your pixels on your store. You have your view content pixel, which I showed you how to set up. That's a basic Facebook pixel that gets put on your theme.liquid. You have your add to cart pixel, okay, which is in your theme.liquid as well with the code that we gave you. Then you have your purchase pixel, which is another separate piece of code that I gave you guys inside where you put it under your checkout settings and you put it on the additional scripts. And you put that there. Boom. Once that's there, now you must select the type you wanna go after. 98.9% of the times we go for purchase. But say we want to scale. We have a winner, okay? We have a winner that is coming out. I mean, that's proven itself, 300-400% ROI, and we'll go over the reporting metrics and patterns in a little bit. But we have a winner. So now, basically, we may want to duplicate the campaign, and we may want to go after, okay, add to cart next. Okay, just because purchase conversions is converting really good, okay, we want to get more traffic to it. So we may now start optimizing for add to cart. Okay? And maybe, that's doing amazing as well. So we're going to duplicate the campaign again. Remember, don't ever, and write this down, do not ever touch a winning campaign. The only thing you touch with a winning campaign is the budget. Everything else you leave alone. All right, so we may duplicate this again, and now we may want to go for the view content this time. All right, so we're going to go for the view content. So we proved that the purchase pixel is working great. We're getting good conversion, 300% ROI. We're making money. So now what we're going to do is we're going to optimize it for the add to cart. We're going to wait. We're going to see that. We're going to see that making us 300% ROI. Then we're going to go for the view content and do the same exact thing. And then we're going to push and pull the budgets, okay, which I'll talk about in a little bit, okay? All right, so basically that is the objectives, okay, and how to use them properly, all right? And you're going to format the ad the same exact way as I just showed you for a PBE. Nothing changes. Your objective is the only thing that's changing. The way that you put your ad on Facebook, whether it be through the Power Editor or whether it be through the actual fan page itself, it doesn't matter. Your objective is what you're telling Facebook's algorithm to work with, all right? And that's the only thing you need to understand, all right, about that. So let's go into the next section. You guys with me? We'll move on to the next section. Put like one in the box. Good. We're good to go. All right. So we kind of covered objectives and how to use it properly, and we covered website conversion optimization types and why. Okay. So you guys have any questions on this? Bruce says, "Rock on." What's up? What's up? Any questions on this at all? Just keep it limited to this. Don't ask questions about commercial or anything like that. All right, I think you guys get it. Cool, cool. Hey, put a 5 in the box if you think you guys could do this. Put a 5 in the box. You guys can do this with no problem. All right. Renato, Mark, okay, Mike, Richard, Darren, no doubt, of course, hell yeah. David, Diane, Murad, Dave, Philip, awesome. Ganya, Raw, awesome. Cool. I want to make this easy for you guys, so this is not like demystified. How Shopify single pixel? That's day 2, Omar. Just watch day 2. Okay, so Catherine says, after I watch it a few times, okay, cool, you'll watch it. You'll watch it. It's not going anywhere. These are going to be evergreen recordings for you guys. All right? So, next thing's next. Now, here's the fun part. Now, I know some people look at targeting and they're like, oh my God, how do I do this? And I know that has tripped up a lot of people, including myself when I started. Targeting was like, okay, I got to go to the Audience Insights tool first, and then I got blah, 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 blah. We started not even bothering with that. What we use the Audience Insights tool for is just to give us a baseline demographic. So what I mean by this, okay, let's pull up the Audience Insights tool. Now, this is before you even get into your audience and you do your targeting. So what I want you to do is you get to this section in your audience where you can start doing all your targeting, and you don't go there yet. So you open up this, okay, and then you go to the Audience Insights tool. You hold the command button down on the Mac, control button on the Windows, and you click that so you open up in a new tab. Now, what you want to do is you want to target everyone on Facebook. And this is exactly the only reason why I use the Audience Insights tool, okay, is now I want to go into a broad interest. I want something that got 2 to 5 million people in it, even more, okay, to give me a good view of the demographics that exist on Facebook before I start doing my actual targeting. So I come into Audience Insights and I say, all right, well, I'm going to go after, say, yoga, okay? So I'm going to put in the yoga keyword. Now, I may want to start with a magazine. I may want to start with a celebrity because I know a magazine and a celebrity has a specific tight niche, okay? They're tightly targeted. If you are a fan of Yoga Journal magazine, okay, that means I'm going to get less like by association. So if I was to put in yoga just like that, there's a good possibility that because your friend's grandma clicked they liked yoga, you're thrown in that group. Okay? So I want to go a little bit more precise and say, okay, Yoga Journal magazine, and I want to see what it looks like. So now this is still a healthy audience, but I want to see more. I want to see a bigger audience. Okay, this is showing me a tightly targeted group, but not a group at scale. But if you want to just take a look a little bit better, okay, then what you would do is you could say, okay, well, just with this audience that is, Yoga Journal magazine, okay, you could see straight up that it's going to be the brackets of 25 to 54. I do not include any age bracket in my targeting that is under 10%. So as you can see, 18 to 24 and 55 to 64 has been scratched off in my mind. I don't care if you got another 50 grandmas in there that'll buy from you. It doesn't matter to me. There's enough 25 to 54 people, 54-year-olds, okay, that will buy. Because remember, we're out to get, cash flow so we can build our businesses. So we don't have to worry about brackets that are going to waste our money. So let's go try to get a bigger audience. So again, I'm going to put in yoga, see what pops up. Let's see what Yoga International is. Okay, that, as you can see, it didn't do anything to my audience, so there's no reason to do that. So now my goal is to get this over 1 million people. Okay, that's my goal, because I want to see over 1 million people. Like this is, look, the logic of this is this. When I get to over 1 million people, I now know my scale audience. If I go with 300 people here right now, 300,000 people here right now, I may be like, all right, well, this is good to start the ad off, but I don't know my scale audience yet. All right, so does that make sense? Put like a 2 in the box if that makes sense. Okay, that you want to look in the Audience Insights tool for your scale audience. Ginnen, what it means is that Ginnen is not saying that it doesn't make sense. Okay, so you have two types of targeting. All right, you have your scale targeting, which is an audience 1 million plus. You have your testing audience, which is something called precise audiences. This may be 100 to 300,000 people. If you're in the Audience Insights tool and you find your precise audience, well, guess what? You are just looking at that step, okay, of where your ad will go. You're not looking at your scale audience. I like to look immediately at my scale audience. Get it? All right, I think you got it. So now I'm going to keep on trying. So now if I can't find shit here, okay, and sometimes that will happen, I'll have to pull out Google, and I'll type in something like yoga celebrities, okay, or yoga brands. All right, and I'm going to start going down the list now. I'm going to, copy and paste this, come back to my Audience Insights tool, and I'm going to plop this in. Okay, look, boom, look, a celebrity, just right there. A freaking celebrity got me to the point. I may be able to even remove the magazine. Look, the magazine didn't matter. So this David Beckham, okay, is a celebrity for yoga. So I may want to search him a little bit more just to make sure that he really is a celebrity for yoga. All right, so let's see. David Beckham, he's a football player, but what does he have to do with yoga? See? I don't really see too much about yoga with him. He's a football player. That's not my audience. He may do yoga, but that's not a yoga celebrity. So this is what I'm, okay, these are 23 celebrities who swear by yoga. Okay, no, we want to, best celebrity yoga Instagrams. Let's check that out. Or maybe I start looking for instructors or something like that. Because look, if I would have went with Dave Beckham, and I don't really follow football, so I don't even know what that is. But basically, I would have had the wrong audience. I would have had the wrong audience, straight up. Right? So celebrities who do yoga may not be the best thing. So you know what? If that happens to you, like it just did to me, okay, I'm going to go at this brands. Okay? I want to look at some yoga brands. All right? Let's look at the Business Insider. Okay? Let's see. Okay, that was a waste of 1 minute. Yeah, there you go. 10 yoga brands you need to know. Okay. Okay, let's see this. Copy and paste this. So let's go to Facebook. Let's go to Audience Insights. Get rid of this dude. Pop this in. Okay, that's not coming out. That's not coming out. All right, so next. And you want to do this. I know this may seem a little bit boring, but you really want to do this. Come and find these brands, find these celebrities, find these associations. You want to find 1.2 million people. All right. So Eagle Rock. Let's try this. Come on, Audience Insights. Oh, Eagle Rock. Nope, that's not doing it. Eagle Rock Yoga. Okay. And I'm striking out here, guys. My apologies, but this is going to happen to you. So I'm kind of happy that this is actually happening because I'm showing you in real time what you need to do. So
it's good because the same thing's going to happen to everybody else. So it's good that you're joining.
This is going to happen. So maybe I may go after something called yoga association.
Like you said, instructors, yoga instructors. See what comes up.
Well, let's go to association first. I'm just doing that right now. Okay, so you have the Yoga Alliance, 77,000 people. So, okay, well, this has to do with freaking yoga. So let's go basically put this in. Okay, let's go over here to the audience. Let's see if we can find that. There we go, boom. Click that. Oh, look at that, only 150 people. All right, so we got to go back to the drawing board. We got to go back to the drawing board, and we got to keep on figuring this out. We need 1.2 million people in here. All right, yoga accessories. I wanted to put yoga. Okay, instructors. Yeah, we'll just try instructors. Know that. And in some niches, it's gonna get better. It's gonna be easier. Okay, like if you do football, you do dogs and stuff, you got Caesar, the dog whisperers and stuff like that. It'll be a lot easier. Yoga magazines we'll look at if you can't find this. So directory of the Yoga Alliance, okay. Let's see, this is, I guess, this guy. Let's see if there's anybody in here. Let's go over here. Let's try to stack this in here. And I don't know what the hell I just did, to be honest with you. What about yoga types? I know there's a whole bunch of different yoga types. What do you think? So say over here, we type in yoga types. And you got a bunch of these different yoga types. Now we know these are yoga types. And the yoga types are going to have a following for each type. Just like you have karate, you have jiu-jitsu, you got jeet kune do, you got western boxing. So you can like think outside the box and be like, all right, let me try to go after yoga types and see how many people follow that. So let me pull this over here, the Audience Insights tool. Let's get rid of this. Let's put this in. Okay? Okay, 250,000 people. Fine. Let's try to stack it now. Okay? Just keep on trying to stack it. There we go. That's growing a little bit. Okay? What is this? And one thing I don't like about Audience Insights, it should give you the full word. Like, come on guys, fix that. Alright, let's do that. Look, we're getting there, 600, 700. Okay, let's go, keep on down the list. Okay, almost 1 million, boom, we're getting there. There we go, I reached it, guys, I finally reached it. Okay, I finally reached it. Now you can be guaranteed that the people in this audience are loving yoga, and I'm going to show you how to verify that in 1 second. All right, so as you see now, though, the percentage just changed a bit because now I have 1.5 million people. So now if you went with the 200 to 250,000 people audience and you based all your decisions over that, you'd be missing out. Because remember, I told you before that I wouldn't include 18 to 24. But now look at it, 11%. And this could be a target that I just start off with, just for fun, just to test with. All right, but I just want to show you the demographics. So now it's telling me that I will include in my targeting, okay, I'm going to include 18, and I'll make this bigger. 1 second. Let me make this smaller. Okay, I'm going to include 18 to 54. Okay, that's my start-off audience. Okay, women seem to be the most predominant in this niche. If there's 82% women, 54% off Facebook. Now, let me explain what that means. Okay? David Lewis and Ricky, you did it. Woo. Where's the 1.1 million posted right up here? You see this? It says new audience, 1.5 million. That's where you see that. All right. Now, this is a gotcha here. Now, can anybody pinpoint why this is a gotcha? Tell me what you think. Why would I include, let me ask this question. Why would I include men and women in my ad now, not only women? Tell me what you think. No, it's not for engagement. Not just the over 10%. The over 10% is for age brackets, Tracy. 18% men buy for women. That's true. But women buy for men a lot more. For demographic breakdown, for testing. No. You guys don't got it. Okay? Oh, there. Someone just got it. KS just got it. He's looking. Yep. There you go. KS, you just got it. Mark, Scary, you just got it. Look what it says. 46% all Facebook. 54% all Facebook. So this data is not just coming from Facebook data. It's coming from U.S. demographic and interest data based on purchase behavior. Here's other sources that they have. Request audiences here from this data guru. So This is why when I include it. Now, if these percentages were different, like this was 90% all Facebook, and this was like, 10% all Facebook, well, guess what? I'm going after women. All right? So now we determined that this is going to be a male and woman, okay, targeting. All right? Next, what we want to do is we want to start to look a little bit more. Let me put this down for a minute. We want to start to look a little bit more about like how they interact. Okay? We want to start to understand our audience a little bit better. So you can look at lifestyle, and you can see that 46% is in the southern states, and I don't know what that is. Like, okay, you're enjoying a good life, luxury, travel, entertainment. Some of these are professionals, say 27%. You can look at relationship statuses. You can look at their job titles and stuff like that. But what I like to look at right at this moment, before I even go into my targeting, is I like to come over here to activity. And now under activity, I can get a good idea if I'm going to shoot off a desktop only or a mobile only ad. Because what this is telling me right down over here, 43% use desktop and mobile, 48% use desktop and mobile, and 41% of this demographic of 1.5 million avid yoga fans, okay, are using mobile only. So it's pretty much give or take. You use some common sense and you say, all right, now I'm going to do a desktop and mobile ad, okay, on the newsfeed. So I'm going to leave that alone. Now these were like, these were drastic. Like this was like desktop only, 1%, and the rest was like mobile. Well, guess what? I'm doing mobile. Okay, that's what I'm doing. All right. Now you can come over here and you can also look at their purchase behaviors, their household behaviors. But at this point, I got what I need. I figured out my scale audience. I figured out who I'm targeting at first. And I figured out where I'm targeting to, what placements I'm using. Okay. Half them, why am I targeting males as well, is because under the demographics, it told me that 46% on Facebook exists that are all male. 54 is all women. Okay, even though this is deceiving data, this is showing you 82% women, this is showing you 18% men, I'm still going to target based on these two lines, not based on these two lines, because these are coming from other data. Now, definitely write that down and make sure we're paying attention. Add to mobile newsfeed and retarget the desktop. You could do that, Dave. You could do it in other campaigns. Like, I wouldn't suggest doing that off the bat. When you buy data from Facebook, and we're going to show you this, but when you buy data from Facebook, you're going to get the right demographics who are going after your shirt, your ads, and stuff like that, and then you're going to be able to tween them and tweak them and scale them. Okay? And Brian Blank says, great info. So you guys excited about this? I mean, it literally took me maybe about 5-10 minutes to get this info, but now I am starting my targeting with the right demographic from the jump. Everyone said, hell yeah. And, okay, Anthony already knew this all. It's because he's been on my trainings before. All right. I'm just playing with you, man. All right, so he's laughing. All right, so why didn't you include looking for affinity? Because I don't really care about any of that there, Jeremiah. All right, so that's that. I mean, you could go over here to page likes, and then you could find more interest here, and you could sort by affinity, and you can get some pretty good interest here. I mean, don't get me wrong, you still could use affinity if you like. Like, you can come over here, and you can start putting some of the highest affinities, okay, in a notepad for yourself. I'm going to make this small because now it's just way too big. Okay? Like, you could do this. Like, I just want to go after anything that's maybe 20% above, but look, I don't do that anymore. Okay? I'm showing you old stuff. Okay? I may use this as stuff to start my targeting off with. Then I would just copy this, my audience, and hey, what? And I may just even make this my damn audience just to start my ads. Like, I literally could just put a comma like this, okay? Come to the ads manager, okay, and just plop them in, and I'm ready to go. Okay, but now look, I got a potential reach of 15 million people. That's a little way too high. So I I mean, I know people like now, like Jordan right now, the guy Jordan, he does like broad like this, but I don't suggest you guys do broad like this until your pixel matures a bit. Like me and Ricky with our site, we could do broad like this because our pixel is mature enough now that Facebook will navigate the blue waters and find optimizations. Okay, but you want to do how we started. Go for precise first and then scale yourself to broad. All right, so if I see 15 million people I'm going to reach here, I come over here and I say, okay, 18 to 54. Okay, all, because I'm talking men and women. I mean, literally, this is just showing me 15 million people, regardless, even with that being 64 plus. So this is something that I wouldn't want to start with. Okay, so let me give you, let's get to the next section. Well, I'm sorry. Let me give you, I apologize, I got a little tripped up. But right now, I'm going to show you the way to do 3-minute targeting. Okay, things that once you get your data, we're going to just jump into targeting from scratch, having no data. So you guys want to see that? Put a 1 in the box. You guys want to see that, and we'll get that going. And I kind of screwed that up a little bit. All right, hold on. All right. Okay, we got Kim, Ramsey, Brian, Darren, George, Larry, Richard, okay, FM, Anthony. Okay, look, guys, look. If you didn't get anything else from this training, and we've been on for an hour already, okay, I want you to get this right here, okay? And I'm actually going to bring up a whiteboard before we go into it, because I really, really like to be precise about this stuff. Let me bring up a whiteboard.
Wendy said pee break, and Wendy soon.
Yeah, we'll take a little break in a little bit, but let's get through this section, because this section is so important. All right? There are different things on Facebook that are gold for precise audiences. We have precise audiences, and then we have broad audiences. Okay? So when we're testing a new shirt or a new offer, we're not immediately going after broad. Okay? We're going after the precise audiences. Now, there's this particular set of views. Okay? Of views. Okay? You got the .coms. You got a first-person view, okay? You got a second person, okay? And then you got pretty much like a third party perspective, okay? Now, these exist all over Facebook for many different things, and they are your gold nuggets to getting your precise audiences within like 3 minutes without even having to look at the audience insights tool. However, I still want to get my scale audience. So here's my scale audience. So let's say we have none of this. I got my scale audience. This is what I'm starting with. Okay? So how do we do this? We come to the ads manager, and the first thing we're going to type in, okay, is yoga.com. So say our niche, so it would be something like this. The first thing we're going to do to tackle this is we're going to type niche.com. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to do for that. So let's move this over here so we can keep on track with each other. Okay, so over here, I'm going to put yoga.com. Oop, I'm going to spell it, right? Yoga.com. Yep. I'm not looking at it. All right, what I just forced Facebook to do? I forced Facebook to spit me out all the .coms, which are tightly focused audiences. Okay, so I may even want to make an ad set just with the .coms and see how that performs. I may want to make an ad set, okay, broken up by the .coms. Okay, so I'm going to make a couple of campaigns. Who knows? But I'm going to show you the 3-minute way of lumping a precise audience together. So first step is not just to add all these directly to your detailed target. That's not it. What you need to do is you need to look at these audiences. Now, as you can see over here, this is on 135,000 people. Okay, I can guarantee you that if you pick yoga.com that has 473,000 people, or you pick yoga.com that's 805,000 people, there's going to be quite an overlap of audiences. Okay, so if I was to click this, you see, this is showing This is not right. Something's wrong here. It shouldn't be showing 14 million people. Let me refresh this. It must be stuck with some kind of stuff.
It's been doing that lately. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not right though. Let me go over here. Let's go back over here. Let's go create an ad. Let's go back to audience. Okay, so we have doyouryoga.com. That's weird. Like, come on. I want to like show you guys the real stuff here. Like, it's not. Let me refresh the whole page. Give me a second. Refresh from scratch. Let's try it again. Okay, change yoga.com. doyoga.com. Alright, that's very, very frustrating to me because I can't really show you the audience stuff right now. Snap. That's not good. How long has it been doing this already?
A couple of days, and check expand interest to see if that affects it.
Where?
The checkbox right under. Yeah.
Sign another entrance. Let's try this. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Now it's back and working. I don't know what happened. So my bad. Don't click this thing. All right. So as you've seen, first, let's just do a small recap. I just typed in the niche and the .com. Okay, and I figured out my yoga.com has 87,000 people. Well, I want to expand that. So what I start doing is I start looking at audience sizes. And I want to get any audience size that's, you know, give or take 300,000, 200,000, 21,000. I want to go for the type. So over here you see this is 1.1 million people, but this is 21,000 people. Those are the people I want first. So I may start lumping them up, okay, and look at this. This is 99,000. Let's keep on looking for the .coms, yogadownload.com. This is a type of yoga, so yoga.com. Okay, let's look for more coms. Okay, I'm trying to get all the .coms now that have like an audience of say 500,000 and less. Okay, so look, this right now, okay, just gave me 250,000 people to target. I literally could just stop right now and use this as one campaign to one ad set. And I'll just write on the way that I want you to structure this. You have a campaign here, okay? You have one ad set. Okay, this is one ad set with your winning demo. Okay, I mean your research scale demo. Okay, with one audience in one ad set to the post that you have, that page post I showed you with the shirt or whatever. Okay, now I may want to make another audience out of this, or I may want to do more. So then what you can do is you just do another campaign, okay? You do the same thing, another ad set, but this maybe have your second audience, okay? But it's going to point to the same post. So you're not duplicating your posts over and over and over. You want this to build up with engagement, likes, and shares, and comments, and tags. You want this to be your landing page. However, you're going to keep on wrapping campaigns around it, okay, especially once it starts to win. Okay, so if we come back over here, okay, I may stop there. But say I want to go get at least, 500,000 people. Okay, that's my .com perspective. Now I want to go after my first person perspective. And this is the I love, I am, I girl, I blah, 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 blah. Okay, anything that you can pinpoint as a first person view. Okay, so come over here, I can say, okay, anything that's lowercase, like yoga girl. Now that's like a third person, third party. Let me show the I. Okay, this is a second person. Yeah, my yoga. That's a first person. Okay? Okay, maybe I will type in something like this. I love yoga. Okay, I love yoga brand and apparel. Well, that's really tight itself. But the cool thing about doing this and just clicking something like this means that it's going to pull more interest of the first person. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Okay? So if you can't find any first person, like I'm not finding here, it's not the biggest deal. Now you can start moving on to the second person view. And the second person view is stuff like yoga girl. Okay, I'm a yoga girl. All right. Other things like second person, love of yoga. That's a second person, I guess, or a third person. All right. Let's yoga. That's a second person view. Let's yoga and me. That kind of is a first person view. Yoga dog. That's a first person view, or a second, or even a third party view. Okay. So let's keep on trying to find those. Not finding any more. So my audience is now 400,000 people. Now I'm very good. I can just start running my t-shirt right now. And I just know right now that this is the right audience. Okay? I have my scale audience set with, so when I duplicate campaigns, I'm always good to go. And I got my mobile, my men and women. And then under placements, okay, I would edit my placements. And I want to send it to desktop and mobile. So I would uncheck this all. And I would come to Facebook and I would just check the feeds, mobile and desktop. I would click Instagram and unclick audience networks. And do not worry about any of these warnings. It does not matter. Just go to the feeds, okay? So I may stop right there. Or if I want to get close to, let's say, maybe 800,000 people, like look, I just dropped it to 54 and I just dropped the placements. Well, that dropped at about 80,000 people. So what? So you know what? I don't really care. Maybe I need to get more. So now I'm going to go after the third person, the third party views. Because remember, okay, we went from the comms, then we went to the first person views, then we went to the second person views, and now we're going after all third party views. Okay, so third party, okay, all capitals, okay, Yoga for Life, that's third party. Yoga and Love, okay, and keep in mind, I'm looking at the audience sizes as well. I don't want to have anything that's over 500,000, 300,000 lumped together in one thing. And you can see this keeps on growing and growing and growing, right? So let's go over here. Yoga Anonymous, look, it's 1.1. I'm probably not going to go with it. Yoga with Adrian, fine, that's third party. A magazine that has 5,600 people. I can guarantee that's probably lumped already in here. Let's watch. That's 5,600 people. We have 410,000 people. Okay, and I click. What is that? This. That didn't move. You see? So there's overlap. So when you start seeing this not move anymore, you're gonna hit all the precise as possible. So here, this is another kind of yoga. That bumped it up to 420. Not Yoga International. Remember, I'm looking for stuff that's 500,000, but here's another comp. I can try this. Okay, look, that bumped it to 490. Yoga Earth. You may want to look up some of these demographics too as well, like Ella Brown, make sure that they are. Yeah, yoga accessories, yoga mat. See, caution with these kind of keywords, because yoga mat is so broad that it may just skew your whole audience. So just go with the cons, the first person, the second person views, and look, I hit 500,000 people. This is more than enough. Now, with me doing this, and thanks, Bruce. Bruce said this is awesome. Me doing this, okay, and not explaining it, I can bang out targeting within like 2 minutes, right, and have a 500,000 person group. Once this is working, okay, I'm going to duplicate my campaign, okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to tweak the ages that are responding, tweak the gender that's going to be responding, and I'll show you that, okay? But we can do this in any niche. So say, I'll do one more example, okay? So let me cut out all this. Now, say we're going to go after union niche. Go ahead, let me know. Why did I not include the 1 million group in my Yoga Anonymous? Because I'm going after 500,000 people. This is my precise. Remember, we're on our precise right here. We're not on our broad yet. Our broad is meant for scale, okay? Our precise, okay, is meant for getting this stuff out as fast as possible. All right, so let's go after a hard one. Let's go after Christianity. Let's try that one. That's a hard one, okay? I never actually even went after that. So let's go after Christianity. Okay, So I'm going to come here, brand new, don't know nothing about the niche, okay, haven't looked it up on Facebook, haven't Googled anything, haven't did my scale audience, or what I want to do, because, you know, I stay true to my word, I want to come back over here, and I want to put in the broad term Christianity, and I want to see, okay, there's 35 million people, let's look at my demographics, 54 is all women, 46, so I'm going to do a men and women ad, I'm including 18 to 64 in this. Okay, that's how fast. I mean, seriously, look how fast I just did that. Okay? Okay, now I'm coming over here, and now I'm going to do this. I'm going to go a little fast on this one. Okay? Christianity. Okay? 235 million people. All right? That's massively broad. You can't go after it. So what we need to do first, put a com. Okay? Here's Christianity.com. Look, it took 235 million people and broke it down to 270,000 people. Boom. Now guess what? I have not researched this whatsoever, and Facebook is spitting this all out to me. So I want to keep it below 500,000. Okay? Okay? 100,000. Okay? That's that may be too much. Okay? Like if you want to go after the 500,000, you could just do it in another ad set. Okay? Praise. Okay? Bible Vine. Okay? Light Source. Like wow, there's so much stuff. 280,000 people. Bible.com. Okay? Yeah, I guess so. Bible Daily. Crosswalk, look, 2.8 million people not going in the entrance base. Girlfriends and God on Crosswalk.com. Fine with me. Christian Rock. Okay, Life Church TV. Holy crap, there's so many websites and stuff. Bible Server. Okay. Now look, I have 430,000 people. I think that's good enough to test a shirt out, don't you think? Put a 1 in the box if you think that's good enough to test. I think so. I don't really need any more than like 400,000 people. So I go down my demographics and say, oh, let's go over here. We have to change it, 18 to 64. Okay? And I go, it's men and women, desktop and mobile. Boom. I have 610,000 people. Okay? But say I want to get more. Now, what do? What's my next step? If you guys are paying attention, what's my next step? I just did .coms. Where am I going next? There you go. Jeremiah got it first. First person view. First person view. First person view. Perfect. So now I'm looking for my first person view. Jesus Lover. That's a first person view. Let's go look for more first person views. Yes, Jesus loves me. First person view. Jesus is all I need. First person view. Yes, I'm Christian. First person view. Jesus love you is a second person view. I love you, God. First person view. Jesus is my Savior. Jesus is my best friend. First person view. Jesus is my Savior. Look at that. 589,000 people may skew your audience. I am a Jesus freak. I guarantee. I guarantee that's a first person view. Okay. Then what's the second we're going after? What view we're going after next? And you can break these views into their own ad sets. Like you can do the cons and then the first person in his own ad set, the cons in his own ad set, second person view in his ad set. All right. So let's see if we can find some second person views. Okay. Jesus is my Savior. 500,000 more. Jesus is my King. Okay. Now I would consider that maybe second person view, even though that's more of a first person. Jesus love it. Second person view. Jesus Christ is my Savior. That's another first-person view I may have missed on. Jesus Christ is my life. Another first-person view. Jesus Christ is the only God. Okay? That's a second, third-party view. Jesus Christ is my King. Okay? That's a first-person view. Jesus loves you. You get the point now. We're at 750,000 people that we can target comfortably on Christianity, and know that we're going to hit the right target. So I hope you got a lot out of this section, okay? This concludes on the targeting. Okay, what we're going to do next is we're going to get into bidding and budgets, okay? So we'll put a 1 in the box if you guys want to take a quick break. Jeremiah says crushing it, Ricky, no doubt. All right, cool. Nancy says amazing stuff. Yeah, guys, give me one word how you feel about the training so far. I'd love to take screenshots of that. How do you feel about the training so far before we take a break? Okay, mind-blowing, gold, great, amazing, exciting, enlightening, awesome, excellent, mind-blowing, informative, accurate, love it, brilliant, very helpful, blessed, no doubt, no doubt. I'm taking a screenshot of these bad boys. Cool, super. You're delivering freaking wow. I guarantee that, like, what I'm doing right now is demystifying everybody that took action on everything you bought in 2016. You are off to the right start now for 2017. Okay? This is why I told you come to my boot camp as if you were a straight newbie. And even if you did think that you knew stuff, come at this boot camp like you guys have no idea what you're doing. And I think most of you did. All right, so let's take a quick break. It's 21 minutes above the hour. So we're going to take a 5-minute break. I'll meet you guys at, it's 3:21 my time, so it'll be 3:26, okay? So 3:26, so about 5 minutes from now. All right, so 5 minutes from now, and we're going to go over this. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. Back. Ready to get going again. We still got a nice amount to cover, okay? But we just want to make sure that everybody's here. Hey, Richard says, speaking like a real person, not a professor. Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not no Harvard guy. I got my GED. Still kicked his ass. All right. So let's get started. All right, put it ready in the chat box if you guys are ready to get started. Then Ricky's going to get on soon, too. We're going to talk about the push and pull method, and then we're going to get into some really, really fun stuff. We're going to talk about reporting, the patterns you need to look for, what kind of metrics will identify if your campaign is going to be a loser, and then we're going to talk about scaling with LLAs and duplicating the campaigns and everything like that. So you guys got to get ready to go. All right, so it looks like everybody's ready. All right, so let's get started. So in this section, we're going to cover bidding and budgets. Okay. Now, bidding and budgets work hand in hand with one another. Okay. The more you bid, the more your budget is. Okay. The aggressive you can get with your bidding. Or what I recommend is if you're starting from, you're new and you're starting from scratch, you let Facebook do the bidding for you and you place the proper budget. Okay. So let's get right into it. So there are. Let me do this. Okay. On the whiteboard, I'm going to kind of draw this out. Okay. You got something called manual bidding. Okay, which our team is just getting into right now. But I used to do manual. I don't know if I spelled that right. But I used to do manual bidding back in the days when I was doing PPV and stuff like that, and banner advertising. All right. But then you got Facebook's auto bid. All right, and they are both directly affected on a budget. Okay, that's how they're both affected on that budget. So that being said, the more you budget, okay, the more Facebook will try to optimize. Okay, manual gives you a little bit more control of how it's spending your budget. Auto doesn't give you that control, but Facebook tries to get you the cheapest. Conversions, the cheapest clicks, the cheapest everything, right? So in this instance, all right, we want to budget auto when we're starting off. If we're scaling, we may want to switch to manual, all right? So let's start with auto. Now, how much money do you spend, okay? Well, we like to only spend $5 a day, okay, starting off. Okay, I know people that start like here, like this is what it breaks down, and I really can't take full credit of this. Okay, but if you have 100,000 people, 100 to 300,000 people, okay, your $5 a day is good enough. Okay, if you're going to start with 1.1 million people or 1 mil plus, you're going to have to start with $10 a day. Okay, that's just the gist of it. So when we're doing testing, anywhere from 100, 300 to even like 500, give or take, we're always starting with $5 a day on the budget. Now, this budget will increase as conversions and stuff starts to happen. I think one of our shirts now is still running at $100 a day.
You might want to bump that up. We're up to 200 on one campaign, and then the duplicated campaign on the LLA is running 100. So I have a single shirt running $300 a day right now.
So $300 a day right now on one shirt. And what did we start at, Ricky?
$5.
$5. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. You started with $5, guys. And now, like you said, we're up to $300 a day, okay, on that one shirt.
And I'm still holding 400% ROI.
400% ROI. Whoa. Okay? You guys get that? That you're going to start slow, and you're going to creep up the traffic, keep up the traffic, creep up the traffic. David Lewis wants to know, how long did it take to scale at $300?
A little over a month, Dave.
There you go. So a little bit over a month. Okay, but it's a slow scale, slow creep, and still making us money. All right. So let's go right into the section where it says bidding and budgets. So we come over here, budget and schedule. All right. So what we want to do here, and this is not going to be really long and drawn out. I'm just going to show you the settings that you need to do. Okay. First of all, set it for $5. Step one. Secondly, make sure it's on conversions because we're doing a website conversion ad optimized for the purchase pixel. Number three, right? We just want 1 day click, okay? 1 day click. Don't worry about doing 7 days, 28 days, or after clicking the ad 1 day, 7, 8 days. No, 1 day click. As soon as it clicks an ad.
And we split tested 1 and 7, and 7 just wasn't doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1 day. I kind of knew 1 day was it because you're just trying to get conversions as fast as possible. So just select 1 day. So let's start this over. $5. You optimize it for conversions. 1 day click. The end. All right. Now over here you have your options: automatic or manual. Now let's click manual in this case. So what this is saying is a suggested bid of $30. Okay. So in between this, so if you were to do say $42 per result, okay, so it uses average. I said an ideal average across all results. Now, if I was to set in here, okay, it's at $42 per result, so per conversion, okay. I'm willing to pay Facebook, okay, $42 per my conversion. All right. Now, that just gets me in the bidding window number 1. So that puts me on top of all the other bidders in this particular audience. All right? But sometimes I don't really care about that. So if I'm going to do manual, I may go between it. So I may set it for 30. Now, to your surprise, you're going to spend, okay, you're going to spend probably $30 or $28 per your first or second conversion. However, as the things start to creep and things get more optimized, you're going to see this number going down and down and down. However, this won't really let you run because you're only spending $5 a day. So when you do manual bidding, you need to equate that if I'm willing to pay $30 a conversion, okay, how many days, how much money am I willing to spend? So you may want to put a budget on that, okay? Say I want to spend, okay, $50. Okay, so I'm only going to spend $50. All right, but I'm now only willing to pay $20 per conversion. So I get a little bit more back, or maybe I would put $24.08. Okay, I'm sorry, $24.08. Okay, so that puts me in the middle. Okay, it puts me in a good part of the auction block where I'm going to get my ad shown a lot. Doesn't mean you're actually going to get charged this, okay, all the time. So look, the only reason you would even do this, okay, is if you are willing to spend a good budget. And I would say you only do this for winners, okay, that you're trying to scale to the moon. So if you know that you have a winner that's at 400% ROI, so Ricky, this is what we're going to be doing for the next campaign, all right, is we're going to put a budget on it. So we're going to come over here and say, just leave it a daily budget. We're willing to spend $100, okay, for that day. However, we're only willing to spend $30 per conversion. And now your goal throughout the day is to start lowering your bid, and lowering your bid. Okay, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to get to a comfortable point where you are not only converting at a high percentage, okay, but you're lowering your bid amount, okay, and you'll find that when you get to a sweet point, okay, like you may get to say $19, all right, that basically your ad maybe stops running. It doesn't show to that many people. Your frequency goes down, okay? Your reach is not like what it used to be. So this is for more advanced people, and this is for people that want to know about manual bidding. It is a good way to scale, okay? But however, what we're going to show you is what we've been doing consistently without having to worry about this. But I just wanted to put that out there for everybody that wants to know about it, okay? So what we normally do, okay, is we go automatic. And what we do is we scale by audience and scale by budget, and we scale by duplicating the campaigns. All right? So we're still testing with the manual stuff like that, but honestly, I like to not worry about it too much. We have a lot of other stuff that we have to worry about in the course of a day. So, and I know Ricky's been doing a lot of reporting and stuff too, and he does a lot of other stuff. So We just want to make sure that we're converting at a good percentage. We're making money day in and day out. Okay, I'm sure we could probably make more money with the manual, and when we get to that point, we will. So let's do another short recap. Okay, we set in our budget. Okay, to $5 a start. Okay, the way that we're doing it. Okay, we're setting it for conversions. We're setting it for one-day click. We're leaving it automatic. We're leaving run ads all the time. We're leaving standard delivery. All right, and that's pretty much it. That's all we're doing here. All right, so wait a second of this. I'll take a screenshot of this for you guys. Put it in the
these are the
home.
exact settings you want to use every time you launch a new ad, guys.
Yep, this is the exact settings right here. Okay, so I'll put that inside the PDF homework doc for today. All right, so that really covers budget and schedule. Do you have any questions on that? Let me see if there's any questions. Darren, what is considered a conversion? Well, we're optimizing. Remember, we're optimizing for the purchase for the view content. So you've been paying a lot of money for view content. You better make sure that if you're doing manual bidding for $30 a result, that this says purchase. if that doesn't say purchase, you're going to be paying a lot of money for people just to view your stuff. And that's where manual bidding can trick you sometimes. So be careful.
Will, this is for a WC ad, not PPE.
Yeah, this is for WC. Manual bid average or max CPA. I leave it average. Okay, because it's going to take the average of what the auction block is, and basically it even gives you discounts. So we schedule 12 a.m. for the next day, so it's 12:20 for hours to optimize. Ricky, I know we used to do that. What kind of things have you been following now?
I had stopped and then I went back to it because I found, like, guys, I do a lot during the day, not just ads. So I found myself sometimes it'd be like 6, 7 o'clock at night and be running new ads at that time, and it would fly through the $5 in like 3 or 4 hours. So we stopped doing that. So now we're either running them early in the morning before 10 a.m. or we're running them late at night and scheduling them to run to start running around 6 a.m. In the morning the next day. So yeah, you definitely don't want to run them late at night because it's going to blow through those $5 in a couple of hours, and you're not going to get the same data as you would as if it ran a full 24-hour course.
So Ricky, you know what you can do? Just make a little doc on that. We'll include it in the homework doc. Okay? All right, cool. All right, so let's move on. Okay? Now we're going to talk about the 3 times a day push and pull method. Okay? And what got us to scaling a shirt at $300 a day. All right? So let's go into that right now. And Ricky, since you've been doing a lot of this,
yeah, this is the fun part, guys. The fun part.
This is where it gets really fun. I love this part. The metrics, the reporting, the scaling. This is where it gets super fun. So let's go into the account. All right. So let's make sure first it's set to 7 days. Okay. We only set it to 7 days. Let's also make sure that we're looking at delivery active. Okay. So only stuff that's active right now. All right. Let's make sure that your metrics are set up. Now, if you got from homework doc number 2, you're going to come over here to where it says columns. You're going to set customized columns, and you're going to follow those 2 screenshots that I gave you to set up what you are seeing here. Okay?
Can you do me a favor, Ricky, just for this section so we don't have to scroll back and forth? Can you move your amount purchased, or your amount spent and purchased to the second and third column, please?
Amount spent, amount purchased, where?
Yeah, just go to your customized columns and just move those to second and third, just so they pop up first. Because I'm going to be talking about those a lot.
All right. Put it at the yeah.
No, that's fine.
Put it at the campaign.
Yep. And the purchase conversion. Yep.
This is how you set yours up.
Yeah, I have those in front because that's what I pay attention to the most.
Yeah, but there's other metrics that I told you to pay attention to. I'm going to go explain this.
I pay attention to all, but my glances are, I like to really look at the amount spent and my purchase conversion because we like to keep things at 30%, guys. We want to spend, we want to make sure we're at least 30% amount spent to the purchase conversion.
All right, I'm going to get more into the reporting metrics and the patterns, but let's just go with what Ricky's talking about right now so he can explain the push and pull method. Okay, so we're going to set it like that for now. So we have our amount spent and purchase just for now. Okay, there's other metrics that I want you to see when we go over the reporting metrics, and I'll go through that when we go through all the ads. All right, Ricky, so what are we doing?
All right, so the first two shirts you see, well, first two campaigns. I mean, don't say first two shirts because it's the same shirt. So we have the original one, which is that first top one. Do me a favor, switch that to lifetime so we can see the full stats on that. So there's a shirt that I was telling you guys, I forgot who asked, but it's been running since, I want to say mid-December, right before Christmas. So funny enough, we had Xmas copy on it. So we had originally at $29 and get this shirt at a discounted rate for Christmas. We thought that was affecting conversions during that little hiccup that Ricky showed you a little earlier, and apparently it wasn't because my conversions spiked again. And we're still running a Christmas special going in the middle of January. I'm still getting sales, so I'm not changing it. If it's working, don't change it. Don't mess with it. We almost changed it, and I'm glad we didn't.
Cool.
So if you click on the I rub my meat before I stick it in, the second one.
This one?
Yep. This is the main ad, guys. This is the one that we started with. So this is the one that started at $5. If you see, right now it's sitting at $200 a day. If you see the graph, it's worked. It's actually from December 11th, so a little further back than what I thought. So it's been running from December 10th all the way till today. We've had our good days, we've had bad days, and it's just been going up and up and up. And I've been pushing this 3 times a day, like Ricky said. I'll get up in the morning, I'll check all the ads, I'll check my ROI. As long as I don't want to go below 300 too much. Sometimes I'm at 250. If it's a shirt like this that I know is doing very well, and I might have a hiccup on a day, I'll still bump it up if it's below the 300 mark for like a day because it just had a bad day, and I know it's going to pick up again.
Well, let me show them how they do that. Okay. First, you take your revenue. Okay. You're gonna take your revenue and you're gonna divide it into your amount spent.
Yep.
Okay. And you're gonna see this is at 3.6, so 360% ROI.
Correct. Yep.
This is what you want to look at as your factor. Okay, so look, when you push it, say I push it to 210, okay, you let it go till a couple of hours, and then before you push it to say 220, okay, you keep on checking this metric, and you want to make sure that's still above 300%, 3.5. You'll find cases where it's actually holding steady, and you'll find cases where it's going to start to drop. And if it starts to drop, on the second time when you're going to push, okay, you're going to start to pull. So if it's at 220, well, and the ROI dropped, it was at 3.6, now it's at 300. Okay, I may have pushed too fast, so now I'm going to drop that back down and then check the ROI again. And yes, we go lifetime budgets with this. Okay, we don't set any window. The only window that you would actually set is if you had like a real true scarcity type ad where you have like maybe a 7-day window, you're holding a 7-day special in your store. All right. Do you need to keep refreshing the page to see the changes in numbers? Yes, you do. This is not real time. This will have to refresh itself. Okay, so
oddly enough, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. But I'd suggest refreshing it because it doesn't do it all the time. But every now and then you'll see the number change on its own. It's just not very consistent. So yeah, definitely you want to refresh the page.
So then basically, okay, that's one of the main determining factors, okay? So when do you say the schedule you have right now for the push and pull? Let's get on the schedule.
So I get up around 8 o'clock. I'm on my computer by 9. So 9 a.m. I'll do the first check, 8 to 9, and then I'll come back around probably right after lunch. I do like 12 to 1. I'll do my second check, and then my last check. It varies. Sometimes I'll check it earlier, sometimes later, but it's usually between this is going to be a bigger gap of a window, but normally between 6 and 10 p.m. is where I do my last check. And sometimes when I have a shirt like this one, which is doing extremely well, and I'm trying to bump it up a lot more, I'll jump on again around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm not telling you guys to stay up till 1 in the morning, but unfortunately I sit on my computer about 16 hours a day. So I just have to be here, and I always have my ads window open, and I'm really addicted to looking at these numbers. So, but you really just have to look at it 3 times a day. You don't have to really go to that extreme. Just if you want to check it out, the more you look at it, the better it is.
Okay, you want 300% ROI. Okay, by checking your rev divided by spend. Okay, that's how you're doing that. And you're deciding to randomly push it $10 or $5.
Yep.
Okay? So we do
going into that, there's no rhyme or reason what I pushed or pulled. So if I saw that I woke up today in the morning and I saw that yesterday I was holding a 400% ROI, because I'll change my view and I'll look at 7-day, I'll look at 3 days, and I'll look at yesterday. So I want to see what's been going on during those days and what happened the day before. If I see that yesterday I banged out 500% ROI, I'm gonna bump it $10. On this particular campaign, step up so high on the spend, and our post on this, which we'll have Ricky show you in a minute. I actually bumped it $50 this morning. So I went from 150 to 200 this morning. Again, this is for higher. When you're way further down and you have a big winner, you can do these type of numbers because you have profit to play with. So this morning I bumped it $50, and I'm still holding 400% ROI for today. So it's a test that I did. That's how you learn these things, guys. You got to test. And that's where I reached the 200%, the $200 daily spend. So now, after the webinar, I'll go back in here again and check this out, see where the numbers are holding on today. If they're still holding strong, I'm going to leave it at 200 until tomorrow morning, and then you start following the schedule. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., then there's 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. anytime in that time frame. And then you just go pushing and pulling. So let's say I came in tomorrow morning and I saw that overnight the ROI dipped below 300% ROI because I went too crazy and I put $50 on the spend. What do? I'm going to pull back now. Am I going to pull back the 50 that I added? No, I'm probably going to come back like 20, 30 bucks. I don't have a rhyme or reason on what I'm playing with. I'm just playing with the numbers. I don't know if Facebook has an algorithm that sees that I'm maybe, he's pulling back on the money he's spending, let's throw him more traffic. But I've noticed when I've came back on a budget, I've increased the traffic, and it's let me scale back up beyond the 200. So going back to what I said, if I wake up tomorrow morning and I see that the $50 increase that I made today on this campaign affected me, I will go back down to 175. I'll let that run its course through the day. 9 out of 10 that I've noticed in the last year or so, the conversions are going to increase, and it's going to let me go bump above the 200. That makes sense. Did I explain that correctly, Ricky?
Yeah, you did explain it right. I just want to make sure that you guys are getting this. You understanding this? I mean, it may sound a little bit confusing, but
Yeah.
Okay, put a 5 in the box if you guys understand this. Okay.
Is there anybody that didn't understand? Put a 3 in the box, and I'll go over it again real quick. 4.7.
Okay, we got a 4.7. Yeah, we got 6.8. All right, some 6.8 something there. All right, so let's make this like really, really simple.
Yeah.
Okay. Say we start off at $5. Let's just make this real simple. Okay, not on this current example, Ricky. We're just start with $5. That's gonna go.
New post, brand new.
Okay, $5. Okay, now so now it's 9 a.m. Eastern. ROI is 300%. Okay, we bump. Okay, to say $10.
Yep.
Okay, we bump to $10. Okay, then it comes like 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay, we do a check again. ROI is 300%, and we're looking at view content as well to make sure that we're getting more traffic as well, which is naturally going to happen anyway. So we may bump that. Okay, we bump to say $15.
Yep.
Okay, then say it's 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, we're giving good 4 or 5 hour windows between each one, right? So 8 p.m. Eastern, we see that the ad is still maybe doing 360 now. Okay, 3.6% ROI. All right. So now we may bump this. Okay, to say 25.
Yep.
Okay, and that will be my last bump. Now tomorrow we check it again. Okay, same ad, same everything. It's running at $25 now. Okay, so 8 a.m. rolls around. Okay, well, the ROI is back to 280. Okay, well, now we're going to pull. Okay, and go back to 20. Okay, then say maybe 1 p.m. Eastern, we check again. All right, ROI is maybe 300%, went back up. Now, at this kind of critical moment where you've seen that you had a pull in the morning, but now in the afternoon it went back up 300%, okay, you may want to push again. So if you pull, okay, the 20, you may want to push to the 25 and just see if it works again. Okay, so give or take, you're always looking at your ROI. All right, you always want to be above 300%. 300% ROI means that you're getting profit. If you go below 300%, you're eating your margin. All right, so in this case of this shirt, we're at $200 daily right now. So we did the push-pull method. We found the sweet spots. We see where we can push it and pull it, and that's what's happening. So now the next step, okay, is basically we want to get more traffic to it. So in order to get more traffic to it, instead of just upping the budget, all right, what we would come in and do is we come back to the ads manager, all right?
And I have the LLA running for that. It should be.
There it is.
There
Right
it
over
is.
here. Okay? So what we did now is we created an LLA, okay, a lookalike audience. And I'll show you where that is right now. If we go over here, look at it's doing. It's doing about, what, 3.6, 100% ROI.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, it's the same exact post. So if I was to click into this, all right, and I didn't say that, I think, my bad. But go over here and you see the post. Well, guess what? All right, look at it, 9.8 likes, 11,000 shares. Okay, look at all these comments, ridiculous amounts of comments.
And you can read the copy on the post too. You can see the Christmas copy still on there. I wasn't bullshitting you guys about that.
Okay, the freaking copy still says Christmas, and it's just still selling, guys. So basically, all we're saying here is that when you have a winner, do not touch the winner, duplicate the winner, never duplicate the post. Why would you want to make another post that you have to build this all up again on? You don't want to do that. You just make a new ad set, new campaign, and direct the traffic over that. You get that? Put it in one of the boxes, you guys get that? Okay.
Remember, when somebody sees this post with 11,000 shares and 10,000 likes, it calls more attention to the post.
Exactly. So it goes back to my whiteboard example where, okay, we have a winner. Okay, so we have our winner. We have a winner post here. Okay? Okay, we had our first campaign that we pushed to $200. Okay, one ad set. Okay? Now we want to get more traffic. So we duplicate this campaign. Okay, we may tweak, maybe tweak the audience. And I'll show you this in the reporting section. We're going to tweak the audience, okay? And we may even add more audience to it, add more people. But guess what? It's still going to be one ad set that points to this winner post. We're never duplicating the post, okay? Is this a dark post? Right now, no, it's not, because when we have a winner, we just want to put it out there, okay? Sometimes we do test with dark posts first if we don't want it to be out on the page, but when we have like 11,000 people, we'll get organic traffic to it, and Tim, I'll show you how to duplicate. Okay,
yeah, we start as a dark post, and then we publish it once we see it's a winner.
Yep. So basically, over here, okay, this is what I mean by duplicating. All right. So we come over here. We'll come back to say this is the winner campaign. Now, actually, before Timothy, I get into duplicating, I need to get to the next section, which is reporting patterns, metrics, and identification formulas. This right here is going to tell you from the bat if you should be even duplicating the campaign. All right, so it's very, very important. Reporting patterns, metrics, and identification formulas. So let's go through this, and this I really, really want you to pay attention to, because you can't scale or know how a campaign is doing or duplicate it if you're just flying blind. All right, so there's particular reasons why we have this all set up, okay, all these metrics. And I'll explain right now. Let me drop this down a little bit because that's really not important. Okay, at the end of the day, you have your reach, you have your click-through rate, all, okay, you have your cost per click, the link, okay, you have your cost per melee, which is the 1,000 impressions, you have your cost per view content, how much is costing you for a person to hit that page. You have your view content. This is the count of how many people are hitting your sites. Okay? Here's your cost per add to cart. This is the number of add to carts. Here's your cost per purchase, which is a big metric. Okay?
So very, very important. Yeah.
That is a major metric. Just like in internet marketing ads, when you do your cost per lead is a major metric. If your cost per lead is high, then you know your ad is doing sucky. If your cost per purchase is high, then your ad is doing sucky. Okay? Then you have your purchases, how many people bought from this particular campaign, what's your amount spent, and how much did you make back. Now, we're looking at lifetime, which is very, very deceiving. Okay, so I always set my metrics to 7 days. Now, the only thing that Ricky was telling you before about, okay, was that when you're deciding to bump it from like $10 to like $30, you may want to just check the past 3 days and see its livelihood and see what it's doing. You know, before you do that push to like $50 like he did. Like he's seen that in the past 3 days, you know, the ad was continually rising with ROI, so he just made a drastic push, $50, okay, at that current time of push. Well, the same kind of thing you want to implement here. But say you're just doing your check and you want to know if you should do the first push on all your ads. So the first thing I like to do, and the thing that I taught Ricky to do, is you want to look at your cost per purchase, okay? And another metric you want to pay attention to is your click-through rate. Now, click-through rates are deceiving as well because there'll be times where the click-through rate sucks, but the ROI is great, okay, and the cost of purchase is low. The thing is that if your cost per purchase is high, well, then your CTR is low. Your cost per click will be high. Your CPM will be high. Your view content will be low. If your cost per purchase is low, then you're going to see your CTR high. So let's look at this, okay? In the past 7 days, this campaign, now remember, one campaign to one ad set to your winning post or to whatever post, okay, we're looking at a $5 cost per purchase. Well, guess what? My click-through rate is above 3%, which I'd like to see. My cost per click is low. My CPM is low. My cost per view is low. Okay, my traffic, 2,800 people within the last 7 days actually clicked and went over to this shirt. Our ROI is holding up. This is a winner campaign. So I may jot down the name of the campaign here, okay, put it in a notepad, and say that now it's time to scale this. And I'll show you that in 1 minute. So let's keep on going down. All right? My cost of purchase is low here. Okay? I may want to, look, I can pretty much tell you from experience that if my cost per purchase is lower than $6, the ad's doing freaking good. Okay? But look at this, $11 here. Okay,
I'm glad you got to that one because if you notice, it says all daily budget spent. I'm gonna let Ricky explain what he's gonna explain, and then I'm gonna jump into why I left this ad running this morning and I didn't kill it. I purposely lowered this ad this morning, but I'll let him explain, and then I'll let you know why I did this. But,
well, let me ask them. Why do you think that we have this ad still running? Why do you think we have this ad still running right here? Okay, it's kind of sucky. We're spending almost 50%, so we're losing some money here. So what I mean by 50% is that if I am making $100 on my purchase conversion value, okay, I only want to spend 20% of that. So I only want to spend $20, okay, to make that $100. That means I'm in the green. I'm making money. 25, I may be pushing it a little bit. Okay, 30, I may be pushing it. 30, I may be pushing it. I get into the 45, guess what? I'm starting to lose money on that $100. All right? But we do lose money on some of our front-end ads, and the reason being is what metric do you think we determine that is? What metric? If I know that my cost per purchase is $11, I'm about 40%, 50% of the ad spend, I'm losing money on it, okay, why would I leave this on?
Ian hit it on the money.
So Ian hit it right on the damn money. Because we know, Ian says view content. You know why? Because we know our EPV. We know our EPV. So to find out EPV, we can just say, okay, we take this metric, okay, this is our average order value. Okay, but this is our visits, okay, within the 7 days. So to find our EPV in the past 7 days, I can go take my my total visitors in the past, my unique visitors in the past 7 days, and divide it into my revenue for the past 7 days. Okay? And basically, that is a really high EPV.
You flip that around.
Yeah, I flipped it around. Hold on. I'm sorry. You take your revenue into your business. My bad. I screwed it up. But look at that. We're at 1.83, okay? $1.83, 84 cents per visitor. So when Ian says, okay, our view contents, and this is what's really, really cool, and this is going to be an aha moment for you. All right, so check this out. I'm losing money on the front end. My cost per purchase sucks, but guess what? I have 547 visits to my site. So if I was to take 547 visits and times it by $1.84, I'm making $1,000 on those visitors, even though I'm already losing money on my front end ad. Does that make sense?
$155 spent, we made $1,006. So that's actually more like a 600% ROI campaign.
So does that make sense? I mean, you say like put a wow in the box if that like just if you got that. Okay, yeah, I want you guys to get it because you may want to have ads run, okay, that are losing you money because you know your earnings per visitor, so you want more traffic. Now, if an ad is completely just losing your money, I'm going to show you that now. Yeah, Timothy. This day of everything I'm telling you right now is very crucial information. This is the make or break of you making money or you just spending money, okay? And we're teaching you everything from over the shoulder so that you get it.
Yeah, because if you didn't know that, you would have killed that ad and that just go right into your archive and you would never run it again thinking it was a loser and you had a winner.
Yeah, and you have a winner right here, okay? Now look at this. Our cost is $10 over here. We're spending about 50% of the ad spend. Another little less, maybe 40% of the ad spend. Well, look how many visitors we took to the site. So let's just do that calculation. Okay, this times $1.83. We made $2,000 on those visitors. Okay, we made $2,000 on those visitors. So even though the ad is making us lose money here, we're getting the visitors from it. We're getting the view contents from it. All right, but then we'll go and look at some other ones, okay, that are not that sexy. Let's go down more. Okay, I find something. Now remember, just a recap. Number one, I'm looking at my cost per purchase. Okay, number two, I'm looking at my click-through rate. My click-through rate on this is pretty damn good, to be honest with you. Okay, but we're spending a little bit more than I'd like. Our view content are at $67. So it's a give or take campaign. We don't know. Okay, let me open this up a little bit to see when that was launched. Okay, so that was launched on the 13th.
Yeah.
All right. So it's all right. It's all right. Okay.
It's more of a break-even campaign, and I keep it running at $5 a day to see if as Facebook. Remember, guys, the longer you let it run, and I'm not telling you to let them run even if you're losing money, but if you're breaking even, remember I said this yesterday. If you're breaking even, you're still making money because you're sending visitors to the site. So I don't know if in 6 days of optimizing the pixel on that ad, it's going to blow up, and then all of a sudden I'm going to have a day where I had 300, 400, 500% ROI on that shirt. So I keep it running at $5 until I go below that break-even point, and then at that point I kill it.
Lonnie asked an important question. He said, how do you know that these visitors are buying other products? Okay, it's basically what I just answered you, average order value. Okay, average order value is the calculation of your order count divided into your revenue. So your order count divided into your revenue. Okay, we're at a $47 average order value, all right, which holds true and is one-on-one with like the earnings per visitor, okay? So as long as we have loser campaigns that are not really making us money on the front end, but our average order value is holding steady, we know that we're making money, even if we don't know that particular customer bought something else, okay? And that's how important that is. So let's go back over here. Now, here's a straight loser over here. We got a high. Oh no, that's the like campaign. We're just investing money into likes. Okay, you need to do that for your fan page. I explained that another day. But here we go. Okay, look at this. Spend $25, made $168. Okay.
And that's actually a retargeting ad, Ricky.
Oh look, it's retargeting ad. That's That's the ad that I was talking about, and I'll go into it quick. That's the ad that you want to do the 1200 by 628. Okay, so let's go over here and Oh, my bad. Philip is right. I had it the wrong way. It's your revenue divided into your order count. My order count is 20. My average order value is 21.19. So my bad about that. Sometimes I mess those up. Okay, especially when I'm doing it live. But whatever. So you guys get it though. Okay, so your average order count does reflect on your EPV, your earnings per visitor. And if you see your EPV dropping and you see your average order value dropping, well, something's wrong, and you're losing money on the front end as well. All right, so let's look at this. So this is a retargeting ad.
That's
Oh, look
new.
at this, bro.
Never seen that before. Guys, this is why it's good. You're watching us live. Like, we're learning things too. This is brand new. Never seen this before. That wasn't there this morning. It just popped up on our account.
Oh shit, bro. This is what Kenny Stevens was talking about, bro.
Yeah.
This is like, okay, what you guys are seeing right here just popped up on the account. Okay? I guess we spent enough money with Facebook for them to do it. Okay? But check this out. Okay? What this means is, you know, they have tools out there like Smartly.io, which is a robot for Facebook where you can create rules and stuff like that. You have another one, I forgot the name of it, AdExpresso. AdExpresso, you can create rules in AdExpresso. Well, Facebook has their own tool, okay, which allows you to act like AdExpresso. Well, Rick, I think we just got access to it, bro. Because what you're doing here is this. You're saying, okay, on this campaign, or all active ad sets in the campaign, what do we want to do? Adjust the budget, adjust the bid, okay? Okay, if our conditions, so cost per, okay, let's say our cost per result is way too high. If our frequency is way too high, our daily spend reaches our results. Oh, look, our cost per website conversion. How about that, dude? You can do it over here.
This means I can go on vacation now?
Yeah, this means you can go on vacation in a way. Holy shit. So you can say that basically if your cost per website conversion, so you can say, okay, if your cost per purchase is greater than $12, if my cost per purchase is greater than $12 in the last 3 days after 8,000 impressions, I'm going to turn it off, or I'm going to send a notification, or I'm going to adjust my bid, or I'm going to adjust my manual bid.
That is
That
great.
is dopeness. Guys, when I tell you that Facebook is doing everything in their power to make you win, they are. I don't think everybody's going to have, I don't think everybody is, going to have this. It may be on how much you spend. I'm not too sure. Or it could be like a rollout. Okay, a rollout. You know, what they're doing. All right, let me get out of this. I'm not sure. Can you look at Morgan's questions? Look, Morgan, when we're talking... What?
She left. She left the webinar, so...
All right, well, whatever. Okay, so anyway, so what I was talking about. So this is a retargeting campaign. In this particular one, what we did was we did a click to website ad. I showed you how to do that before. That's the objective of get more traffic. It's a 1200 by 628 photo. Okay, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it in here. All right, and look at the copy. Okay, did you forget something? Okay, and you know it won't. It won't last much longer. But you see, it's really just a play off your ad. Okay, it's not doing the greatest, but with retargeting, you don't have the big audiences like you do when you're going broad. All right. So you always want retargeting to build up regardless. And the way that you set up your retargeting is pretty damn simple. When you're creating a campaign, okay, you're gonna come over to your ads manager. You're gonna come over to your audiences. All right. And you're going to create an audience for this shirt. So the way that you do this is once you launch a campaign, you want to make sure that you're always building up retargeting lists. So what you do is click Create Audience, you create Custom Audience, you click Website Traffic, okay? And what you're doing here is you're going to log the people who visit specific pages. Okay, so specific pages, what we want to do is we want to get the URL of that. So say on my store, the URL was rub my meet. I don't need the full URL. I just need a keyword identifier inside of where those people view the content, where they land. When they land on that page, in my URL, it's going to say rub-my-meet. Okay, I want at least 90 days worth of that traffic, and I may call this barbecue rub my meet. Okay, view content. Okay, and what that's doing, I'm not going to create this audience, but what that's doing is it's creating a specific audience that you can retarget. So we'll like over here, we have file I rub my meet, which is a purchase audience. I'll tell you that in a minute. Barbecue purchase. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it over here. Did you make one for this? Oh, you had to make one for this.
Yeah, of course. We haven't had room to it.
No, I know. I want to see what I want to look for.
See if we can filter it because we have so many things. Guys, if you see all the SL audiences that we have, that's from that Shoelace app that we were talking about. It starts to make a bunch of audiences in your account.
Yeah, Shoelace app is great, but it just puts a bunch of audiences, and you're like...
There it is, RTVC, I rub my meat before.
There it is. So retargeting, view content, I rub my meat, 4,000 people in the retargeting list, all right? So your retargeting ad's only going to be like, $5 to $10 at the most.
I actually have that one running at $4.
Okay, Julio is asking, how do you optimize a campaign? Let's say you have 300% ROI for 2 consecutive days, then it drops to a negative without doing any change. What would you do in the case of that? Want to answer that, Rick?
I'm reading the question again. How do you optimize a campaign? Let's say you had 300% ROI for 2 consecutive days and then dropped to negative without doing any change in the following 2 days. What do you do in case of that? So I'm not understanding. If you had a 300% ROI for 2 consecutive days and then dropped to negative without doing any change to the following 2 days, Julio, it depends on what budget you're at that point. Let's say you're at $5. $5 would be your minimum. Think of that. If anything, if you're getting below that 300% ROI and you're at $5, that's already a sign that you're going to want to kill the campaign. Let's say you had that campaign running at $50 a day. That's a sign to start pulling. So it goes back to the whole push and pull thing. So it's just a signal identifier that you want to pull back now on your spend. So I'd put that down to like $40, $30, maybe $25 until you hit $5. If it's still negative, and then at that point, that's when you're going to kill the ad. Does that make sense?
What we're gonna do is in the doc by tonight, you guys are gonna have a doc that explains more of the push and pull type of stuff and something that you could schedule for yourself. All right, so don't worry about it too much. But we're not gonna leave you hanging. All right, but okay, let's recap before we move on to the scale, which is the last section of this training. Okay, let's recap quick. First thing we do is we're setting up our metrics as explained in day 2. Make sure that's done. Okay, along with your pixels. So if your pixels and your reporting metrics are not set up, get that done. Second thing we do is we're launching campaigns, 1 campaign per 1 ad set to 1 post, and we're watching ROI. Once we start getting sales, we're going to see our cost per purchase. As we keep launching more and more campaigns with 1 ad set, okay, to maybe another post, because we have a second shirt, a third shirt, a fourth shirt, a fifth shirt, we may launch about 15 to 20 shirts in a day, okay, that we're launching at $5 a day, using the settings that I showed you before, using the targeting that I showed you. So one of the parts of your homework right now is I want you to go through the targeting of this again and come up with your niche audiences. Before you do any ads, just go into create an ad, go into the targeting section, okay, go into Audience Insights tool, find your scale demographic. Then when you find your scale demographic, I want you to do the targeting around that and save the audience. And I want you to do it 5 times, because then when you are creating your posts with the Power Editor, you do that really fast, and now you can launch your ads rapidly and test rapidly. Okay, so when you start seeing everything start to light up like you're seeing with ours, okay, first things first, we're always looking at our cost per purchase. The higher it is, above $8, $9, okay, we got to start paying attention to other metrics. When it starts hitting $8 and $9, we need to start looking at 1, ROI. Number 2, view content. Okay, it only makes sense to leave your view content, to leave this ad on, especially if it's only like 200% ROI, if you know your EPV, your earnings per visitor, if you know your average order value. If you do not know that, okay, then basically not good, okay? You're basically losing money. All right, over here, okay, we have a $7 over here, only 4 purchases, okay, but we're getting 195 visits from this. We are not losing money on the ad, but we're making view contents. Okay, over here, we're making money on this ad. I can just tell by looking at these numbers, and we have 241. But what does that tell you? Our cost per purchase is $3. Okay, so if you have anything below 5, you can pretty much skip that and just push it. And then we have some bunch of ones that are still launched. As you can see, $5 going down.
And those are a lot of those are the PPE ads too.
Yeah, some stuff we just launched and shit like that. Okay, but what's happening is you're constantly fishing for winners. You're constantly fishing for winners. You're going to launch 10 to 15 ads. You're going to create a system and a process to launching ads. You're going to have a system and process to creating your page posts. You're going to have a system and process to reading your reporting and scheduling your time. Remember, this is a full-time job, guys. You got to be critical about this. You want to run your own business from home and really make money. You got to put your all into this stuff. Okay?
And I'm going to be 100% honest with you, because when I started, we had somebody else doing our ads before, guys. I'm the head of design, and I'm doing ads now. Our old ad guy just wasn't working out, so me and John took over his job basically. I hated it at first. I'm not gonna lie to you. It sucks. It really sucks until you hit a winner. When you see a winner, it's gonna make you get addicted. I'm telling you right now. So don't get discouraged in the beginning. You're not gonna win. You might get lucky off the bat and hit a winner. It just happens. But a lot of you are going to fail. You're going to fail a bunch of times, I'm not going to lie to you. But when you hit that winner, it's going to be all worth it. It's going to make up for all those losses that you had.
Yeah, man. Look, what we're showing you right now is the actual way to do it. This whole week that we took out to do these trainings, okay, are really showing you what you need to do to be successful at e-commerce. Whether you do physical e-commerce, the ad stuff that I'm showing you right now works across the board. It doesn't just work for shirts. The targeting I showed you works for any kind of marketing, okay? The view content is the same as going for leads, okay? To understand your lead conversion value, your LPC, your cost per lead. Your cost per lead is just as important as your purchase, your cost per purchase, okay? It's all the same shit. It's just the metrics change around a little bit. But what I'm teaching you today on today's webinar is exactly what you need to do to run traffic. So yeah, Jen say, I don't see your name, but it says, so start with a PPE. Once we find a winner, we duplicate the winning ad. And that's what I'm showing you right now. So what we're going to show you right now is scaling with LLA, duplicate campaigns, and purchase lists. All right, so what do we mean by that? Now, remember before, okay, I showed you over here that we have a winner. Okay, it's the cost of purchase is like $5, $6. We're doing good on that. Okay, we're making a really good ROI. Our view contents are off the meat rack. So what do you do to scale that? Well, the first thing you do is you do the push and pull method. You always do that. Every new ad set that you make goes into a push and pull method. So it doesn't matter how many ad sets you launch, how many campaigns you launch. They are all push and pull. So that's one way of scaling. Second way of scaling is what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate it. But the first thing we do before we duplicate a campaign, okay, is we want to look at some specifics. So what I will do over here is I can just select this so I know that it's selected for me. Actually, no. First I go over here, I go to breakdown, and I may want to first break it down by age and gender. All right, that's the first thing I'm doing right now is breaking it down by age and gender. Then I'm going over here and I'm sorting it by my purchase conversion value. Okay, I want to make sure that the highest is on the top. So now I'm taking a look here. I'm taking a look here. I'm taking a look here. Taking a look here. Taking a look here. Blah 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 blah. All down. This is all making us money. Okay. So now I'm going to look at this, okay? I'm going to look at the purchases too because this is 2, 3, not that great. Okay, this is 17, all right? Now we're starting to get to the good purchases, 19, 20, 20, 20, 27. So I may use a rule of thumb, 15, 17 purchases plus, and now I start to look at these demographics. So I write this on a piece of paper, and I say, okay, we got 45 to 54 male, 35 to 54 female, okay? And I take this, all right, just like this, So I may come over here. Okay, I may jot this down. Okay, just like this. I'll put this over here. Sorry, guys.
Guys, remember, this is a shirt that says I rub my meat before I stick it in, and females are the second on the list. So what does that tell you? They're probably buying the shirt for their husbands or boyfriends.
So I sorted it by ROI when I broke it down. Okay, I'm getting everything that's above 15 purchases. Okay, which is, I think that is the last one was right there, right? 19 purchases, 70 purchases, so 35 to 44 male. And then it's 25 to 34 female, right? There's 25 to 34 female. All right, so now I'm taking this. I'm putting this here. And now I'm taking this. And I'm ordering this. Okay, I ordered my male, my female. Well, what's my next step of action? Now I come back over here. Okay, I come back over, let me make this bigger. This is, remember, this is part of scale. Come back over here. And now I'm going to break it down by device. Placement and device. Okay? I'm still sorting it by purchase conversion value. I'm still looking for the purchases. And look, I have these crap, but these are good. So I'm going to look at these right here. So let me look at where they're from. Okay? So as you can see, mobile, desktop.
Surprisingly, desktop's doing pretty decent, which normally is not the case.
Yeah, an iPad, I mean, and even Android. So look, but predominantly it's mobile, okay? Predominantly this campaign is mobile.
Yeah.
We're making money off of mobile with this. So in my opinion, what I would have done with this, okay, is I would have went for mobile. Okay, I would have duped Camp 2 times. Okay, and what we would have did is the first dupe, meaning that now I come over here, I am going to create a similar campaign. Okay, I edit this, and I may put this, now I may say something like this, mobile. Okay, so I know it's a mobile campaign. Okay, save and continue. Okay, I edit this now. All right, and I may come over here, and now I may put some of these metrics in here. Okay, I may say 25 to 64 men. All right, come down over here. Okay, now if I'm doing a campaign, I don't start it at $5. I'll start it at $10. Okay, start at $10. All right, don't schedule, let it run. Okay, I modify my stuff. 25 to 34. Okay, I'm sorry, 25 to 64. Okay, I leave all my targeting the same. Okay, I take that off. Did you put that on purpose, or that did that for me?
No, I had it. It's on the winning campaign.
All right, so then you leave it as is. Okay, so now you have your $10 budget. You have your 25 to 64. Okay, for that we want to go after men on this one. All right, and we want to adjust the feeds. Okay, so I move placements to another screen. No, over here. So now we only want to adjust the feeds. And you actually have this on right column and audience networks too as well, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're adding a lot of stuff.
Okay, well that wasn't there, was it? You weren't doing
No,
that.
it wasn't there before.
That's weird. Okay, so what you would do here is you would just come after the feeds. Okay? And then you would just select mobile only. So now I have a mobile only feed, and I don't know what the hell they're doing to Facebook. They're making this annoying, like. Okay, so you have your mobile only feed, all right, and your purchase, your $10, your same audience, your tweaked demographic, okay? Okay, your one-day click, your conversion window, right? Say 64, okay, the men. Okay, I'm going to save and continue. Now I'm going to come over here and edit this. All right, and now I'm going to just leave this alone. Same exact everything. I am not touching anything. Remember I told you, you have your campaign, but you have your same post, right? So we'll come over here. Okay, use existing post, tracking with the conversion pixel. Okay, everything's ready to go. Save and continue. Okay, place my order. So now what I did is I duplicated this campaign, okay, and I tweaked it. What happened with that, bro?
No advertiser permission on the page.
Oh, because you never gave me permission, dude. You never gave permission on that page for some reason. Wait, this is not running off the barbecue page, is it?
No.
This is running off the Jersey page?
No, sorry, it's running off the barbecue page.
Well, that's why I can't create it. All right, but
Yep.
you get the hint. I would have created this campaign, okay, mobile only, okay? Now I'm going to duplicate the campaign again. I'm going to modify it this time. Okay, so when I duplicate it, create similar campaign, I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to now, instead of say male, we're going to have female. So instead of men, we're going to have the women. I'm going to adjust my brackets. I'm going to go mobile. And I effectively duplicated the campaign 2 times, and I honed in on the audience. Okay? So Dave is saying if one of your duplicate campaigns begins to outperform the original campaign, you keep the original campaign running. If the original campaign is still doing 300-400% ROI, we don't touch it. If, say, a duplicate campaign starts beating out our original, okay, so say it's at 400%, but our original is doing 300%, we're still going to push and pull both of them. Say, like, basically the original drops to 200%, we can't revive it, but our duplicate campaigns are doing 300 or 400%, well, then we may kill it. So there's a bit of common sense and logic that goes into it as well. And Ray, I'm going to give you this because you should be duplicating that campaign with this, bro.
Okay.
Okay.
I just checked the page and it's for some reason it's not letting me give you the access. It's like stuck on that window.
All right, we'll figure it out later. It's not a big deal. I'm going to put this in management view. This
Okay.
is the demographic for that. Let's create two new campaigns with this demographic, just like I was doing live. All right. All right, so that is scale by duplicating campaigns. I just told you how to do that. The next part of scale with duplicating campaigns is you just want to scale your audience. So say you're duplicating the campaign and you tweak your audience, you tweak your demographic, you're doing 25 to 64 male. Well, guess what? Okay, you may want to, maybe your audience is only 500,000 people. So now we want to go to the drawing board and find new targets and get that to 1.2, 2.2 million people, okay? And then basically do the same thing. So we're scaling by push and pull, we're scaling by duplicate and tweaks, and we're scaling by adding interests, all right? And that's how we're getting more traffic to the same exact post, all right? So now at that point, there's only one more way left to scale. It's with your purchase lists, and it's with your look-alike audiences. Now, look-alike audiences could be created from your custom audiences. So you're basically, what I mean by that is you have your retargeting audience. I showed you a retargeting audience that had 4,400 people in it. So when you create an audience, a lookalike audience, as you can see, this is 2.1 million people in this lookalike audience. All we did is we came here, create a lookalike audience, we choose 1%, you choose the source of the lookalike audience, and we're going to look for that retargeting. Okay, so let's look for that RT. I run my meat. Okay, make sure you choose a country. We're going after the United States. And we're starting it at level 1. Level 1 is 2.1 million people. So now what Facebook's going to do, it's going to create a lookalike audience based on my retargeting source, based in the US, at an audience size of 2.1 million. Now when I create that audience, I just target that. So instead of using my barbecue targets like Ricky had, I'm going to just target that lookalike audience in a duplicated campaign with my winner. So I take my duplicate campaign that has my winner, has my winning audience, has my winning demographic, has my winning placement, and now I'm just targeting this exact lookalike audience. When that starts converting, I do it again and raise it to 2. Then I do it again and raise it to 3, to 4. At one point, this is going to stop converting for you, and you'll know when you reached your lookalike audience for this particular product. All right?
Something else I've been doing, I don't know if you want to go over that real quick, is if you go to Show Advanced Options, it'll actually split and make you different audiences. So it'll give you an audience between 0 and 1%. It'll give you a different audience between 1 and 2%. It'll give you a different audience between 2 and 5%. So it'll actually give you multiple audiences with one click.
That's pretty cool, because does this take care of the overlap too as well?
Yeah, it has 0 overlap.
Look at that. Look. See, this is what I'm telling you, that Facebook, it wants you to win. You used to have to do this manually. You would have to include your previous lookalike audience. So if I was over here under this, and I was creating my second lookalike audience, I would want to exclude my 1%. If I create my 3, I need to in my ad now exclude my 2%. Okay, and the 1%. Well, look at this. Facebook is doing it for you now. Let's make you 1%. Let's make you a 1 to 2%, but exclude the 1%. Let's make you a 2 to 5% and exclude the 2%. So
you can actually increase it. So you can make the number of audiences where the 3 is, the drop down, right above the sliders. Hit the number 3. There's like a little drop down. Yep. You put that to 6. It's going to give you more. Yep. There you go. And those are all, they're excluding each other already.
And then all you do when you're targeting is this. You come over here, okay, you create your similar campaign. I'm just going to show you this part. Okay, you come to your targeting. Okay, you get rid of all your previous targets. Now, I'm not going to save this, but I just want to show you. Okay, and the only thing you're doing in this part, okay, is your, where's your audience? Oh, it's over here. You're seeing custom audiences. You take all your demographics out of here, and you come here, and you look for your LLAs.
And you'll see we have for, if you search 2017, you'll see I have a bunch of them set up for the Mary shirts.
Okay, so we have a lookalike audience here. I'm just showing them how you target it. So you just target this now, and you get rid of everything else. You keep you keep the winning demographic. So you want to keep your winning demo, the one, the stuff that we just figured out, all right? And we just want to keep it here, but we also want to just now target this, all right? And then you can also do another lookalike audience if you had another one, well, you can exclude. That's what I was talking about before. Say you have a lookalike audience at 2%, well, I may exclude my 1% now. So say this is my 1%, I'm excluding that, and I'm running my 2%, which means that it takes care of the overlap.
Yep. And I checked it because with the overlap tool, and it's 0 overlap.
So that's basically it. There's only one more way to scale, okay? And we'll teach you that, okay, as we start to close this out and get to our Q&A. The one other way to scale, okay, so I'm going to write this down on the homework doc, the ways of scaling. But the other way is to get your store purchase, okay, your store purchases, okay? So take all your people that bought and make an audience. So let me show you what that means. Okay? Let's kill this. When you create a custom audience, you can upload a customer file. And you can choose the file to drag and drop here. When you're in your Shopify, under your order data, you can literally just dump everybody that bought from you in a CSV file. You take that now and you upload it to Facebook and you record your purchase list. So this would be your store purchase list. Once that's created, now you can do some cool things with it. Okay, so I'll show you what happens when it's created. So if we look at our purchase, okay, we upload the file from the store, and now we have this. We have where's our Jersey purchase list over here?
You might want to search for JBS.
I think it was Jersey Board. Here, you see this?
Yep, there it is.
Jersey Board all. Okay, Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. This is
No.
the retargeting list, dude.
Yeah, I think it's JBS.
Another thing, Ricky, and another thing, you can take this now as 31,000 people, bro. Okay, and you can target this and intersect interest, bro.
So put the interest in using that as a custom audience, correct?
Use this as a custom audience on the top, like you would like you would a lookalike audience, and now start to intersect barbecue, intersect
Okay.
nerd. Okay, that's the next thing. That's another way you can scale. Another thing you can do, guys, is now once you have your retargeting list for all the Jersey Boardwalk, you can, or your website, you can create a lookalike audience on that, just like I just showed you before. All right, but I'm trying to find a purchase list, so let me go JBS and see if that comes up. All right, so here we always upload our purchase lists, and we like to keep them segmented by date, as you can see, because then what we do is we click this, and then we want to create a lookalike audience off this purchase list. So I can click that. I can do the same thing. Choose United States. Okay, and we can come over here. Okay, we can do what Ricky said. Space them out one by one. It makes all our audiences. Now you can have your purchase list scaled into different lookalike audiences, but this is the caveat. If you have a general niche store like we do, you run into the problem that you have nurses in there, you have firefighters, you have swimmers, you have veterans. You're not going to just target them all. You'll lose money. So what I mean by this is you need to intersect a broad interest. So say, for instance, I'm going to target my purchase list, my custom audience purchase list. So I come back over here. Okay, I have my winning campaign. I'm going to create a similar campaign. I'm going to edit my targeting. Yeah, I got my winning audience locked in. Okay, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to come down over here, and I'm going to do JBS. All right, and I may want to go, or say I'm going after my full retargeting list, my Jersey. Okay, all. So now I have everybody who's been to my website. May not be anybody that purchased, but these are all my clickers. 33,000 people who clicked to my website. So now what I can do down here is instead of having these interests, okay, I can just come click that out, and I can intersect. So intersecting means that I want to intersect what's called an interest with my purchase list. So say I have nurses in my purchase list. Well, guess what? My ad wants to reach nurses. So what I'm going to come down here is I'm going to include in my purchase list, okay, maybe registered nurse. Okay? Okay, so honestly, it's only reaching 1,200 people. So in that case, you may want to do a retargeting type ad where you're just getting them to click to the website and not a photo ad. Okay? So you can do that as well. All right? Maybe I just want to be more broad, not want to be registered nurse. Maybe I just want to be nurse. Yeah, nurse in a demographic. Okay, nope, that didn't work in the demographic. So maybe we want to try something else. Nurse. And this is why you got to go broad when you do this, because it'll clap your audience anyway. And you can do the same thing with lookalike audiences as well. I can't find a regular here. Nurse practitioner. Not fewer than 1,000 people. If this happens to you, then it's not good enough to run any nurse to. You just don't do it. Okay? You're not going to have enough nurses in here. All right? That's why making lookalike audience is better. Okay? So you take that list, you make a lookalike audience off it. So here, there's a lookalike audience for all our buyers. Okay? This means this is nurses, everybody included. But over here, this file is 2.1 million people. So I can come over here now, and I can try the nurse again. Okay, look, there's 100,000 people that exist inside of my lookalike audience that are a registered nurse. Would you agree? Put a 1 in the box if you agree. That is a tight audience right there that we can scale with a winner. Yeah, guys, I'm teaching you how to produce gold from Facebook. So I hope you're really paying attention. Anthony says, tight as fuck. All right. So there you go. Tightness with the quickness. But yeah, man, this is a tight audience, baseball bias, registered nurses. Throw them some shirts. All right? So this is what it is, guys. And I know I crammed a lot into you today. We're going again on about 3 hours. So this is how we do. All right? But we wanted to give you everything from nook to cranny. Okay? So let's get into the slides and some of the homework for you guys. All right? And get this recording up so that you guys could watch it again and again and again. Okay? Let me go over here back to the slides. Okay, so this is your homework. It's pretty much short and simple. I want you to research 5 targets and save the audience. Means that don't create the ads. Just research 5 different targets. Okay, like we showed you in the video. I'm sorry, in the training, and save the audiences. Then I want you to set up 3 website conversions, photo post ads. Okay, optimized. Okay, for the purchase pixel. Okay? Then I could say this here, but you guys that are ready to run this, so if ready to run, follow the 5-day structure, the 5-day and our bidding rules, and I'll give you that in the homework doc. Then I want you to start optimizing 3 times a day, pushing and pulling just like we showed you. Okay? That's your homework for today. All right. We are the Lord of the shirts. I just created a new light campaign. All right, cool, man. Okay, super quick basic question. Back to the initial setup of FB campaign. How do you save the ad set to transfer to publishing an ad? I don't know what you mean. How do you save the ad set to transfer to publishing an ad? You're just duplicating the levels, okay? Just like over here in the Power Editor, okay? Over here in the Power Editor, here's your levels, okay? Your campaigns, your ad sets, your ads. When you duplicate a campaign, it's going to copy both of these downward. If you duplicate an ad set, it's going to copy the ad downward. You don't want to do that. You want to duplicate the campaign and have it duplicate the one-on-one-on-one structure. And that's what you want to do. I know that Bruce says, to get this level of training, have Ricky show us the shoulder plus adding homework docs to explain it further, priceless. Look, guys, I want you guys to have results. And likewise, again, I would definitely love for you guys to say in here, okay, what are you doing with today's ads training? I'll put it again. What did you, actually, you know what did you learn from today's advanced ads training? Okay, I just want to get an idea of what you guys got out of this, okay? Let me know. I would love to know. All right, let's go back over here. Let's go back to the slides. Okay, that's really about it. Okay, again, I just want to show you this. If you guys are still, want that kind of personal level of attention, and have this ongoing throughout the year, I don't know how long I'm going to be coaching for, to be honest with you, because it takes a lot of my time and a lot of my energy. But, honestly, I like doing it, and I like coaching people. So, I mean, if you really want that, this is, go here, billgrowscale.com/learn. I'll put it in the chat box one more time. And this is probably the last time we actually talk about this, okay? Because it's kind of up to you. I'm not forcing you into anything. Coaching, we have different packages. We have different packages at different price points that are affordable to everybody, every level of learning. Okay, so you can go there and learn. Like I said on the last training, does not mean that you will be accepted. Okay, there's nothing here to buy. There's just a page with a video and some information about it, showing you some of the people's lives we changed, and an application form that you can fill out. No obligation at all. And just because you fill it out doesn't mean we can still work with you. Okay. All right, so let's go into a short Q&A, and then I know Ricky got to get out of here. He has an appointment at 5. So yeah. Ricky, if you want, you can start to get out of here, bro. I can handle the rest.
I got another 15 minutes. I'm good. I'll help you answer some questions.
All right, let's do a quick Q&A. Okay, we only stay on for another 5-10 minutes because my voice is about to give out. All right.
The hair
Said Ricky has a hair appointment to get to.
Brian says big shout to Ashley for getting me set up. Awesome, Brian. Ricky has a hair appointment to get to. Yeah, my hair's on fire. There we go. That's why. I gotta get put out. All right, cool. All right, so how is FB with Second Amendment ads? You can run them. You just need to be watching the words you say. That's really about it. You can still run the Second Amendment shirts and stuff like that. I know the veterans niche, veteran shirts do really well with Second Amendment interests. Just a little tip. Is the academy training for you or Tanner? It's both of us. It's me and Tanner Lawson. You understand something? Me and Tanner know each other for like ever. Okay, like literally probably like 2009, 2010. And Tanner Lawson is as knowledgeable as I am, and he comes from a different side of e-commerce than I am. I'm more direct response e-commerce. He's direct response, but he does a lot of funnel e-commerce. So he's something that, I mean, just to get into his private mastermind will cost you $15,000 a year to get into his private mastermind with a group of seven-figure earners. So, like, so Tanner knows his shit. All right. So when do you start a new campaign? How long do you let it run without winning the first day? Ricky, you want to answer that?
Yeah, we actually didn't go over that. I think we forgot, Steve. It was a lot of stuff, but we are normally letting it run to $30. It might not be feasible to some of you guys because I know you're on shorter budgets than we probably have right now. But honestly, by like the $15, $20 mark, if you haven't made a sale, it's probably not going to do well. I personally like to let them run till 30, just because I've gotten lucky a few times, but I don't think it's been enough that you need to let it run that far. So I would say 15, 20 bucks. So you're looking at 3 to 4 days. If by that point you haven't seen any engagement, any sales, nothing, kill it. If you've seen a ton of engagement, a lot of comments, a lot of posts, a lot of likes and shares and all that, but no sales, I'd let it run a little longer because you're letting it go a little viral. So that might cause you to pick up a sale here or there. So that's why I like to let it run to $30 a lot of the times. John, on the other hand, is always hounding me when it adds at like 15, 20 bucks, telling me, oh, we're not making any sales, and I gotta like tell him to calm down because I want it to run to 30 bucks. But yeah, for you guys, I would say 15 to $20, so that's about 3 to 4 days.
Well, I'm going to put together the doc on pull and push. Well, Ricky, if you can do that one, I'm going to put together the doc on the important metrics because I'm going to be honest with you guys. Within the first $10, and I tell Ricky this too, if you don't see that click-through rate high or getting higher, your ad's going to fail. Okay? Really, this is just data patterns. Like if your click-through rate is not at least at 3%, at $10, $15, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, if you're seeing it sitting at like 1%, I mean, just kill it off the bat. It's not going to do good. There's even some that we've ran that have been like 0.70, and I know that's not going to go up. It's just not. It'll normally start higher than lower, if that makes sense.
Anything else that we said that we were going to do, Rick, in this thing that I come up again? We're going to do the pull and push, okay, in the homework doc, important metrics to look for. Okay, I'm going to get you guys that and why you should be looking for these.
Put anything on the targeting that you want to
duplicating on scale. Okay, the duplicating scale methods. Okay, I'll just make a little doc for that. And the targeting views.
Yep.
That I explained before. So I'll have that as a little bit of a guideline. All right, to what we said today. Can you clarify homework? Clarify homework number 2 again. All right, so research 5 targets and say the audience. Okay, this is going to be your audiences that you're going to stick into. So if you have one niche or 2 niches, research 3 to 5 targets. I would say stick with one niche and research 5 targets in that niche. Get your 5 targets. They can be broken down by views. They can be broken down by the .com. Like I said, .com is the first person. They could be a lump sum, but get 5 of them. And ideally do 2 niches. Okay, so you have 5 targets. Set up 3 website conversion, purchase, pixel, photo, post ads. Okay, so that means that you're going to go on the Power Editor and make a page post with your photo ad, okay, and you're going to set up 3 of those with the copy how we explained in day 2. Okay, if you're ready to run, meaning that your store is ready, your shirt's up, it's all ready to run, you can accept money, blah, 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 then run it. $5 a day bidding with the rules. Oh, that just reminded me. Put bidding rules screenshot. Okay, I got that. Okay, and then you're going to optimize it with the push and pull method. Okay? You can do this for AliExpress if you want. Doesn't mean this has to be a shirt. This could be a physical item if you want.
Yeah, exact same thing that we taught you can be used for physical items.
Average average is getting 350 ROI, but the sales are not coming in daily, every 2-3 days. How can it be 350% ROI if the sales are only coming in every 2 or 3 days? Are you doing your ROI calculation right? No problem, Wendy.
Percent ROI. The sales are not coming in daily. Campaign. KS. It kind of makes sense because I've seen it happen, but at that point you need to look at the metrics, depending how long it's run. Let's say if you're running for a week, 2 weeks. If it's running for 2 weeks, look at the 2-week metrics. If you're still at 350% ROI during the whole campaign, then yeah, keep it running. I wouldn't kill it as long as your ROI is holding up above 300%. So yeah, you're gonna have days where you didn't sell anything, and then you're gonna have days where you sold a ton. So I'd keep it going as long as it's a high price item. That's probably why. Because okay, so in those 3 weeks, is your ROI still 350%? So if you look at your lifetime of that campaign, what's the ROI lifetime? Okay, so keep it running. Yeah, you don't want to kill it. Ian said, what would be the minimum number of likes, shares, comments do you need to see to determine that a PPE ad is worth taking further? Ian, we don't have a specific number, but John, you've been running the PPEs and you've been making this decision more than I have these last.
You can tell by comparing them to the others when one is taken off and one is not. I mean, like based on all the comments and likes on the one that we showed you, we've got even more on it by now. Compared to the rest of them, that's getting the most engagement and the high number. So I would consider that one the winner out of those.
Yeah, Ian. So there's not really a specific number. It's just you're gonna know. I mean, you're just gonna know. You're gonna see there's a lot of engagement going on. If it's got like 10 likes and like 2 comments, obviously it's not blowing up. But if you just launched the PP ad this morning and by the afternoon it's got like 30 likes, 50 comments, I mean, then you know obviously that's a big winner. So just kind of play it by ear and use your own judgment and common sense on that.
All right, guys. So look, let me let you know what the next 2 days are coming up, so you guys understand this. All right. Next day, so tomorrow, we're going to talk about systems and processes. It's probably not going to be a long webinar. It's probably only going to last like an hour or two. Okay. But we want to make sure that you can take all the information we gave you this week and be able to put it into a process. So you have a process for your research. You have a process to launch your ads. You have a process for reporting. You have a process for your designs. Okay, we want to make sure that you're systemized to run this type of a business and to run not only shirts but to run ads in general. So that's what we're going to go over next week. And then on Friday, which will be the last day of the boot camp, okay, we're going to go through critiques. So what I want, critiques in a long Q&A. So what I want you guys to start preparing for is Friday. Get your questions ready for Friday. Get your ad images ready for Friday. Your copy descriptions ready for Friday. Your targeting ready for Friday. Okay, get this stuff together. Okay, get your reporting ready for Friday. Get everything ready. Okay, because then on Friday we're going to do this live. We're going to show it on the screen. So I want to be able to see screenshots. I want to be able to see your targeting, and stuff like that. We're going to show it for everybody's benefit. Okay, and we're really going to break it down. Okay, so remember, tomorrow is processes, so that you guys have a process for making money, and then Friday is critiques. Okay, and that's how we're going to do it.
The more you have ready for Friday for us to look at, the more we can help you. If you don't have anything ready, it's going to be really hard for us to help you. The more you can kind of put together from today till Friday, and you have the rest of the night. Tomorrow, I know so a lot of you have jobs and stuff like that, but I mean, you got enough time. You got everything ready for us for Friday. So the more you can show us that we've asked you for Friday, the more we can help you.
Catherine, I just sent you a private message.
Send me a private message.
Ricky, are you there?
Hey guys, we lost Ricky. His GoToWebinar just crashed. Let's give him a second and see if we can get him back in here. Let me look through some of these questions while we wait on him. Yeah, we got a recording. Well, we have a recording going on right now, and it'll be up on Facebook, just like we've been doing on all the other ones. Let's see what else. So far, we've been looking at teas. How about other physical products? James, we're only, it's not that we're focusing on teas right now, but that's kind of what we're teaching because that's what we're running mainly on our store at the moment. But everything that we're teaching you, you can still use it against physical products. Will you go into the video ads? Thanks. Mike, I'm not sure that we're going to have time during this training session to go over video ads, but you can always ask us questions in the group and we'll be glad to help you. When your cover photo is coming along nicely, I'm going to have the rest of them done. I actually have something to do tonight, guys. I have a family dinner to go to here in a few. So I'll be getting the other 5 Facebook cover photos that I owe you guys by tomorrow, and I'm probably going to open it up to another 10. So if you pay attention in the group, I'll let you know when I want you guys to post to get those cover photos for you.
All right. I'm not getting an answer from Ricky, so does anybody have any more questions before we get ready to shut down?
Jason said, how many purchases do you need before the purchase pixel fires for a WC purchase campaign? It's immediate, Jason. Your first purchase, it'll fire. Bruce, we're really not running that many video ads right now, so I don't want to tell you yes or no on that question.
Where do we?
David, we might have a little time to cover how to run a campaign tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure if Ricky's going to be covering that though or not.
Okay. Somebody keeps asking where we get the shirts done. Email help@rickysupport.com and we'll take care of you there. All right, so I know you have to go, Ricky, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody.
All right, guys. We're glad to have had you today. We're going on that's like 9, close to 10 hours of training this week. Remember tomorrow 2 p.m. and then Friday is the closeout. So get all your stuff ready. Remember, the more you have for us, the more we can help you. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a great night, and remember the recording will be up. John will have it up in a few hours in the group. So if you have any other questions, anything else, just hit us up on the group. You know we're in there, we're active, and we're willing to help you out. Again, for those of you that have been asking me, the group is going to stay open after the training, so don't worry, this will be ongoing even after Friday. So hope you guys enjoyed, and take care.
All right. Bye.